This stream contains fast-flashing images that may affect viewers who are susceptible to photosensitive epilepsy or other photosensitivities. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yo, what's up? I was gonna do something and it would have been so good.
Today,
Should I do it
2023
still?
champions finally make their way back to the stage, and they'll be taking on the new kids on the block. That's right. Hello and welcome everyone to day 6 of the VCT.
I think it's gonna be worth it. Chat.
From the
Give me.
Riot Games Arena
I
here in
need
Los
to.
Angeles,
I need to block all of
California.
this.
I'm
Give
on the
me.
net today alongside Bala,
Realistically,
Brent,
give me a
and
minute.
Brent takes notes now, which is crazy.
So,
Yeah, I didn't
one
used
sec.
to do that.
You taking
That's
notes,
crazy.
bro.
I promise it's worth it.
Wild.
Yeah.
You're real for that,
I
though.
learned to read and write.
That's good idea. Loving that. Bala, good to have you back. We had a lot of fun yesterday.
A good day
Do
yesterday.
you have anything to say to this guy down here, or
Dude,
you guys good?
Yeah, we got to talk about this whole Doug situation that you got. You're stealing my baby girl. I don't know what's going on.
Man, I mean, like, the street. I'm just kidding, Doug. I love you. I love you. I love you, Doug. I love you. Thank you so much.
Before the cane comes off from screen and yanks us off, good to have you back, man. Great debut yesterday on the cast, man. Looked like you had a lot of fun with it. I think that was like something I noticed. Your enjoyment for the game really shines through. How'd you feel about that?
Yeah. I was definitely nervous at first. I'm gonna keep it a buck, but as that second map came on, I just felt more and more comfortable, and it felt like me and Doug really got a vibe going on. No offense to you.
Could have dumped it down a little bit, you know.
You get a lot of shots.
When you catch the vibe, it's all right. I understand. Handsome man.
Let's talk about what happened on this stage yesterday. Nothing to do with him and his new casting partner. First, it was an NA showdown with NRG taking on Cloud9. Now, I do think that most of us felt pretty good about NRG coming into this. Like, we barely sort of scratched the surface. And Cloud9 had their moments, but generally, struggled to match up.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think both of these games had some super high expectations, and they didn't live up to that hype, right? I think these two teams right here, NRG and Cloud9, were, they're North American blockbusters here. And I think NRG definitely is still showing that they have that level, but Cloud9 definitely didn't put up the same fight that I hoped they would.
No. I mean, it depends what your expectations were.
Chat, people that know more about Twitch than me. If I upload an emote, how long roughly until it starts appearing?
In Americas, right? Because I would say that's like in Group B largely, and we might see that in playoffs onwards. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I didn't walk away upset with what
Instant?
I saw.
No, but I'm saying in terms of the quality of both games yesterday, it was like
Did
I
you
was
just fuck?
expecting like, big bangers, but it was just kind of flat for me. I don't know.
I'm honestly surprised C9 even like stuck in there because
Oh my God, that one's sick.
Take that last map and just run away with it. The fact that it even got to OT.
That might be my
showed that
favorite.
NRG still has a lot of things they need to improve on as a team.
So following that, after we sort of had our
Pop T
expectations
has
reset for
outdone
NRG,
herself with
now
this
we're
one.
thinking,
Look at
okay,
it.
these guys might go
Incredible.
further. It was Leviathan taking on Loud. And we were split on this. I mean, on the desk, our Preds, we weren't quite sure. Bayern started off really in favor of Leviathan, right? This explosive A-side hit was really pretty incredible. Some wild moments here from King, of course, and it still wasn't enough to keep Leviathan in it. Loud really showed us yet another level, some more depth to this team.
This is a silly game.
It was crazy.
He was molding on split.
I could tell when it was coming to the death servers, you were literally losing hair.
Yeah,
I mean,
Parlor
this is a
yesterday
silly
was,
game, man.
especially
It
the
was two
half, and the
teams that
first
was-
half wasn't
I
even
don't know,
that
you were
wild
seeing
in
some of the
comparison.
best moments of the
Peter,
individuals
thank
really
you so
shining
much,
through,
man.
and it felt like a weird
Thank you
one.
for the
Just
Prime.
like-
Thank you for the
I
8
don't know,
months.
it was
I
all over the
appreciate you,
place.
dude.
lot of
Thank you for the
throwing going
support.
on from
Yeah,
both ends.
sometimes.
But you know, something I want to touch on that's so unique is this Loud team and these comps that they're running. They're so off meta on some of these maps, like this Ascent, even the bind.
Did I watch the Sardak interview post game? Nah, I went to bed. What did I miss? What was the main? The main bits
see this
that
very often with these teams.
you thought were
And
interesting?
it sort of said that, like, we interviewed Stardark after, and we're like, how have people not figured this out yet? And he's like, well, just because we play the same comp doesn't mean we play the same way.
Same way, yeah.
Because, again, like, they're so focused on being flexible and adaptable and managed to get them through there. So, here is our
Heads up,
bracket
I'm not going
right
to just
now.
randomly
Today
talk about
we've got
stuff like
just
that.
a singular match for you. It is our upper bracket matchup in Group C. We will
20
finally get our
24th of
first
Feb? You
look
kept the
at
receipts?
new
What is this?
Evil Geniuses when they take on G2.
gotta be more
It's
careful.
the World Champs versus the Ascension Champions. It was like 471 days between Reykjavik and Ascension for that guard team. Now, obviously, as G2, I've never seen that level of grind. I don't think in esports at all. I mean, that's like 2 years in the trenches almost.
You had to for them. I mean, they were in
they originally had Sky instead of Breach. Dude, that's what Paper X said as well, that they originally had Sky but didn't want to run the Sky, so they just put a Yoru in there.
The last off-season tournament of the year last year, and then they grinded all
I'm
the
not
way
sure
through
it's a direct 1-for-1, but
deserve to be up on this stage. I mean, we had Valen here a couple times last year in the studio with us, and we all knew he was coming back. We all knew that he was going to play on that stage.
I mean, we just scratched the surface. We haven't talked about EG, what they're supposed to look like, what our expectations are. We will get to that.
Maple, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. You everything good? You better now?
New metas, more importantly, new looks. It's time for Baby Bay Watch. I didn't write that. How about this? Look at those forearms. Look at that watch. Oh my God.
Are those biceps real, bro?
Yeah, I think this guy's been bouldering. That's what I'm saying. So, the Drip King's here. We may as well rate some of the looks that we've seen here at Kickoff. Let's start with our first one. Here's Loud's Sadak.
Ooh.
Give it to me straight, baby. But I want top to bottom, my guy.
What's in the suitcase? But at the top, I love the varsity jacket. Jersey underneath actually matches perfectly. Nice little print in there too. Shoes looking clean, matches with the white of the jacket. And I just really want to know what's in the box, man. Like, what's he got in there? That's top secret, bro.
Phoenix Strats.
That's the Phoenix Strats? It's just one playbook.
The sticky note.
QCK, get ult and go kill. That's what it is, huh?
All right,
nice, though. I like that.
We're loving that look. Yeah, looks like he's got a lot to hide.
Jackets for all teams, yeah, but they.
Next up, familiar face.
I mean, actually, I wonder if they would be allowed to do that.
Looking like a creeper. Yeah, little Minecraft creeper moment. You know what, though?
Tips on the stash?
You know what? Yeah, I was about to say, the stash, I think it can work. It can work in a little bit. You know what I mean? Use that stash button.
Do you have a problem with the way that I dress?
Wait. So that's who's gonna wear the bucket hat. I wanted to wear that, man.
Yeah, I've got the banana pants on.
Could you? I mean, you know what, bro? Like, we need you to walk out with some of the teams, bro, and give them a lesson.
You notice how he changes his tune as soon as I come in? He's like,
Yo.
Hey,
you're actually the style guru.
To be fair, your stash in that picture does not look nearly as good as you're doing it now.
Right, and that's the big difference.
That is the main difference.
That's the big difference.
On point right now, doesn't matter what he's wearing.
Are you serious? Why are the tips bleached? What are you talking about?
I love that. Not only are they bleached, but they're moving upwards. They're slicked up
again.
I thought that was just bleached from like excess twisting because he's always at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I did not expect that. Bro.
The diabolical super. Yeah, you twist him and he starts going.
Yeah.
And everyone runs away.
It's like a different person when he twists them, you know? He came in here really aggressive. I got scared.
His alter ego. It's like Dr. Robotnik out here.
What is he dressed like that for?
I don't know where they found that much clashing clothes.
I know where they went to. They went to my old wardrobe from previous esports shows.
If there's anyone that can rock it, it's him, though. I got to keep it real.
I mean, it's about confidence, it's how you wear it. All right, next up, we've got G2's Valen. Give me your thoughts on this one here. We are loving the polo hoodies.
I love it. I love the Ralph Lauren, man. It looks sick. It looks like he's a soccer player or like a football player. You know what I mean? Like that's the vibe I'm getting from this, like a Manchester, type vibe. And
nah, I missed it yesterday, Bill.
Why is everyone wearing so many shades now? Huh? Everyone thinks they're so cool.
Los Angeles, man. Why do people protect their eyes these days? That's whack, bro.
This is whack. But I like the backpack too. You get a little college vibe going on. It's not bad, bro. It's not bad. Valen's got swag.
You got that leather straps. Swag. Subtle hinted affluence. I like that.
I missed your sub.
Better than 6 Rolexes on the same arm. Tell us the same story.
What is this though? A uniform?
Let me get that.
Yeah, well, look
Let me get the phone receipts out. Gotta save me.
It's definitely a collab.
What does the full fit look like though? Do we have a full body fit? No?
I mean,
yeah, that's a good question. Watch this wear shorts on.
True.
What's this about, eh?
What are you gonna do?
That looks proper nice.
Is that a purse?
Yeah. It's a merce, thank you.
Interesting.
Get it right. All right, so there you have it. A bit of Baby Bay watch for you. Maybe we'll bring this one back later because I'm quite sure Josh has got more.
I'm not sure it came up though, bro.
We'll do a quick pause.
Appreciate it though. If it did on your end, might have been. Oh, there we go, Cinnamon, bro. Dude, you baited me in, and then it came in now. Thank you so much, Cinnamon. Appreciate it. Thank you for 3 months.
He's just adding bodies to the count. Jorgamo unleashing fury. He's ridiculous today.
EG. Do 1 minute. And then, dude, I'm kind of... This game feels like a 50-50. I'm going to be excited to see what EG are looking like. You would probably give EG the advantage on this, to be honest. Just the fact that they've seen some maps. Yeah, cavalry about that. Might be a little bit different this time. Yeah, I think they did. Very good at just, I mean, making a team in the space of, I don't know, it felt like a month. Especially when everyone was kind of already on teams. So I felt like they did pretty good in that sense.
No one quite knows what to expect when the 2024 iteration of EG will take the stage, but there's been plenty of chatter. We love some unknowns here at the VCT, and someone's going to clear them up.
EG's going to run the Gecko. I reckon they might try out. They might be one of the most adventurous, to be honest. EG. We'll see.
We don't scrim them, of course, because we play them, but I'll look on like the friends list and I'll see them dominating some scrims. So I know they have what it takes to compete. Like, no doubt about that. All the players are good.
Hello, Doma, mate.
Nature's on that team, right? On EG.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had an interview like before kickoff, and I was saying that I think Nature's like an underrated player. I think he's pretty strong. He plays a lot of different agents well, and so nothing is free. Nothing is given. We just have to go out and earn it like we did today again.
It's nice to know that pros get their info about who's scrimming and who's on what team, like us mere mortals, right? Check the friends list, see who's in the lobby, see what the score is, you know. I like that he takes a moment to sort of mention Nature, who was someone that featured really heavily in challenges.
The EG jerseys? I don't think I've seen. Is it a new jersey this year?
I think all the chatter about EG right now is really interesting.
I don't really like their classic skin.
Individual players, especially people
not really
friends with or whatever,
doing it for me.
And
their card isn't looking great.
Not ready in general about what EG.
I think I'm just not a big fan of their color scheme.
We need to assess the expectations for them, which I mean, we'll talk more about the expectations of this 2024 roster, but everyone is gassing them up, and they've got some.
Their card is very generic. Yeah, they're one of the 5 in front with people above, right? You can tell the ones that didn't give like Riot specific notes of what they wanted, and they were just like, yeah, logo, 5 people in front of something, a town or something.
To throw out with a team like EG.
I mean, I'm getting the vibe that they just have a lot of friends amongst these other VCT players, and they're happy to gas them up. Com also had some praise for his former team when he came through here. I'm going with my boys at EG. I think they're going to pull it out. Had the pleasure to scrim with all those guys for a little bit, and I think they're going to surprise a lot of people. And I think that's a big relief, right? Because it is a bit jarring seeing a world champion team, all the turmoil
honestly,
they went through in the offseason.
A lot of teams have different approaches of how they do it.
They had to throw together a roster at the last minute. You know,
I think that would work pretty well in Valorant.
And then the new blood that came in with all these huge expectations on them. So I kind of want to hear a little bit from them for a moment. So we're going to head out to Wyatt. That's right, Wyatt.
I'll see. I'll look at the. I'll take extra note to look at the jerseys. Surely make the player card with the Champions Trophy or something. Yeah, they really missed a trick.
Question about what's going on
today. Okay, these aren't too bad.
Why should people buy the EG skin capsule?
Why should people buy the EG skin capsule? So you can bail me and Potter out of jail.
And please, you heard it here first. Do it for poor Jajamo and Potter.
That's probably the best reply you could have had.
You had one chance. You're like, one job. Just sell.
That is so.
I mean, he nailed it.
Based. I mean, that is so incredibly based, Jorgo. I'm not gonna lie.
Donut so Dog funny. With the 3 mums.
That he's leaning into it, man.
Dude, on the spot as well. That was sick. With the Prime, thank you so much.
Stapolino is loving seeing this happen. I mean, he's sat in his executive chair like, yeah,
thank you for that.
One. Thanks,
nah, MC is funny, man.
Fair enough, though.
MC is unreal with it.
I mean, again, this is a team that people really love. People really want to get behind. I think, Potter as a coach, a huge amount of people were really sort of drawn to that story. The fact that she's built this team up the way that she has. Because at the start of last year, no one thought that Evil Geniuses were going to qualify for champs, let alone win it all. But now we have to reset again. There's an entirely new roster with only Jorgamo remaining. One of that championship team is remaining. And this guy was incredible in Champs, unstoppable.
Yeah.
But it's just one guy.
You could make an argument for him having one of the best performances there. Obviously, Demon 1 is the highlight of that run, but Jogamo was there the entire time.
Yeah, Jogamo was actually Umbrella Champs.
They even had that start at Tokyo in the first.
Did Messi promoted the crew capture? I mean, yeah, you would hope so. He's part of it now.
Like that he ended up, staying with EG in this roster when all the other
pretty cool
pieces
still,
of that
though.
EG roster, that championship caliber team, got picked apart, placed onto other areas. But Jogamo, this guy's still a heavy hitter. There's a reason why a bunch of players are gassing this guy up. There's a reason why they're still saying there's some danger in this EG squad, despite the fact that they've thrown together this roster very last minute with some relatively unknown or unproven pieces, especially when you consider some of like the 2023 performances.
Hello, Des. How we doing?
So yeah, I mean, still, you got to put some respect on Jogamo's name. This guy, he can do it all. I've seen this guy playing Power Word and Valorant once on his Twitch stream. Very funny. I don't know how he was capable of that. It was literally like the faker moment where he's alt-tabbing, playing Tetris and all that other whatever it was. So this guy's got talent. And he's still a star player, and he could potentially
Watch football? Nah, not really. I used to support. I say I used to support Fulham. Obviously, I still support Fulham, but I just don't. I'm just not as into it as I used to be. Like I used to go to games probably every other weekend, maybe once every 3 weeks.
I think that's going to be a key point here for him and Potter as they try to rehash this team. One thing that's impressive with Jogamo and EG in general is they always bring out the best of the best in the confidence of the players. And I think that what's interesting about this team, though, is we kind of have a good image of what the rest of the team is actually capable of, right? We've seen Derek, we've seen Superman, we've seen all these guys, and we've seen their ceilings at the level.
And we've seen their peaks.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen their peaks. Last year, we didn't really know like how far Calm could go, how far Jogamo could go. We didn't even know who Demon 1 was at the beginning of the year. So it's like, I'm not sure if it's going to be that same.
Do you think we've seen their peaks on this team, though? Like, do you think you have enough information to kind of know where these guys sit?
No, that's the thing, right? Potter and Jogamo and these guys are always going to be able to pull a little bit extra out, but is it going to be that
Don't
much
doubt
higher?
my boy Derek as well. Listen, I'm a tier 3 sub. I'm a Derek stan, I'm telling you. This guy, listen,
The
Sky's
APAC
been
VOD?
nerfed. He's not going to be put on Sky
Yeah,
anymore.
man.
It's over.
HyperX
Maybe. I mean, listen,
HyperX are pulling some mad stuff out. I really like their Ascent though. I do really like their Ascent. I think their Ascent has a lot of legs.
I mean, that's a great segue because we want to take a closer look at this new EG team and understand
like making a comp that is good against the comp that everyone spams is definitely a good approach. It's a little bit like what Lauda doing.
There is a lot of untapped potential and a lot of talent. For me, it's familiar territory. Gotta start with the IGL nature. I could just tell right away, this guy's a beast. Day 1 of trials, I told Jaw right away that he was the one. He was gonna be our IGL. He's so mechanically capable, always able to just get whatever clip he wants. He's deadly.
Any and all map control that they can get. No, Kimpeki, oh my goodness! You don't need Kimpeki when you have a force of nature like nature!
Everyone knows and loves Jogimo. This year, he is gonna be the main duelist. He's one of those players that absolutely played better on stage in front of a crowd when the stakes were highest and when the pressure was highest.
Jogamo getting aggressive! And oh, he's just adding bodies to the count! Jogamo unleashing fury! Come on, baby! Let's go, man!
That clip is wild. He does just win 3 1v1s.
Spearhead who leads us. Prove everyone wrong and prove that he's better than Demon 1.
Derek playing spoiler a little bit. On to Leaf, gets a second out to Jake too. Oh dear!
Derek coming through. He's coming from 100 Thieves. He has a lot to prove for himself. Didn't have as much of a successful year last year. I think that's kind of been the storyline for all members coming into EG is wanting to prove something or another. And Derek
He's a hype guy,
absolutely is
yeah,
one of those
for sure.
players.
Yeah, it feels like he brings a
I'm
lot.
excited as heck to have him on the squad. He is a role player to the max. Being a controller is kind of boring sometimes, but for FOT, he makes it look good. He's maybe lost 1 clutch out of the hundreds and hundreds of rounds that we've played. This guy is just ice cold.
Able to take care of Bang. Oh, that show stopper! My goodness, Superman!
Wait, what was that scream from the caster? Was that Doug?
Apoth's story is really cool. I've been coaching.
Is that Doug or Bala that screamed?
And he was a nobody, I'm a nobody, and he's just sat there telling me
Superman's always
going
been
all
really
in
good, to be fair.
on Valorant.
All of a sudden, pressure on
Zimbala.
retracking back right into the waiting arms of Apoth, who secures the full ace.
In esports, people always talk about proving yourself, hard work, all of those things. So I think it's really cool that we've put our money where our mouth is.
Well, pretty strong statements there from Potter, and it definitely, I don't know, it starts to stoke some excitement about what this team could be capable of. So let's put our expectations out here right now. Based on that, based on what we know, based on the history of these players, what do we expect from this new look EG?
I mean, for me, it's still low, right? I think the floor is low for this team, and the thing is, all the hype around it is getting me kind of excited. They don't have the reserve roster.
Hello Ryan, how are we doing? You still awake from earlier, or are you? What even is your schedule at the moment?
Exactly, because you saw the peaks of EG last year, but really drilled through these executes of having that reserve roster here. Their fracture was one of the best in the world. They were one of the best in the world at this map, and they were so well drilled with the utility, your ult combos. It was all there. It made them a real fearful opponent when they were playing on this map.
Relatively no one to try it, yeah. I remember that. Was like, I experienced it for like 3 weeks in the off season. It was pretty cool.
Won the championship. They were saying,
listen, our reserve
team was just as much deserving of this title as
I mean, maybe for Masters. Masters is in Europe for the first time.
They don't have that this time. Potter's still a fantastic coach.
That's
we know that.
Well, I say for the first time. The first time that I'm like watching.
So I don't think we should set the floor really at the very bottom. Who knows?
It's going to be pretty sick.
Listen, I think they're going to be contenders maybe for the middle of the pack teams, but it's going to be a tough ask when they don't have as many resources compared to last year.
Yeah, it's a fair point, right? It's not a narrative we talk about much in Valorant at all, is having that sister team, that extra team to sort of be screwing and playing against. But they'll have no shortage of opponents here at the VCT Americas. Speaking of which, let's move on to their opponents.
Yeah, that's why I had to add since I was watching.
Out there somewhere, G2's Leaf.
Back in the bush.
Hold on, Leaf, let me stop you there for a second. I have a very philosophically deep, controversial even question for you. Why should people buy the G2 skin set?
It has the best player card and the best colors. That's all.
It's just that simple. Thank you, Leaf.
Yeah.
Wait, what is their player card?
You know what? You know, instead of appealing to financial hardship, he appeals to the aesthetics of the capsule, which I find completely reasonable. That is basically what I'd expected to hear. But G2, though, they had to fight tooth and nail to get that first win here in the VCT Americas against Crew, a Crew that went 0-9.
Did I see a Twitter DM? I definitely didn't see a Twitter DM.
LCQ. I don't know, at times it really didn't feel like G2 were winning when they actually did it. I like this, the Brimstone play on the attack here, deep smokes, move up into a Snowman on Icebox here, but they really had to adapt on Sunset.
Yeah, I love this match as a setting stone for G2 coming into the league because they got challenged by what was the worst team in the league last year. Obviously, they weren't actually the worst team, but going winless and then being able to do this and saying, hey, welcome to VCT. They still end up coming out with the win, though, and I think that speaks to the level that G2 is going to bring.
They got tested, really, in their adaptability. That's like Valen calling his game, and over the course of that series, you could really see it shift and mold to the way that Crew are playing.
They used 2 timeouts in the first 7 rounds on Sunset.
Yeah, they're so unorthodox in terms of the way the Crew play as a team. A lot of 4-1 defaults, a lot of lurking, a lot of contact play, heavy stuff relating to that. And Valen, his team, they weren't really
Can I
set
make
up
a prediction on the games you can clip it when
initially
EG win champs? Yeah,
I
mean, I think EG should be favourites here, really. Just a bit of footage. I know they kind of, you'll look at it on paper and you're like, not really, but honestly they probably should be. Nothing shown, new stuff, team that likes to cook. G2 went to a long best of 3, showed a lot.
To get them over the finish line.
Right, and this could be a match considered
extra
a great
week to just chill,
and so we
get stuff good.
Chat with Valen after this game, specifically about his calling and how it had to evolve. So let's listen in.
Because the game is so ever-changing, maps coming in and out, new metas and everything, just because we have a long core doesn't mean that our like fundamentals or everything stays the exact same throughout the long period of time. You always have to re-innovate as a team and try to be different, or else you're going to fall behind, right? So, but the one thing that kept us like growing is just our mindset together, and honestly, our time spent building relationships with each other.
Anytime
yeah, it's a really good point.
IGLing is the first
Everything does change, especially on maps. Like some of the maps are so different that a lot of the stuff doesn't stay the same.
So adaptable. I think it's because he gets the trust in his players to be able to make calls super on the fly, and he's able to make those decisions for himself and
like
really.
Some of the maps are like play completely different, and you play completely different against some of the comps. Honestly, I love that interview with him. I thought that interview was sick with him.
I think you saw that in the Crew game, and depending on the strength of their opponents, that's the level that you kind of have to
watch all the
still
games
work
tomorrow.
with Valve, but he's fantastic everywhere else.
Pacific Final,
Like we said, with these individual
EMEA
moments
1,
Kessner.
2,
Yes,
3.
don't get me wrong, Jonah P had
Probably
some
miss a
real
little bit
highlights
of
as well, but
America's.
it's not on the same
Hopefully
level as
catch
an
the
individual.
third map.
Timings are disgusting.
Yeah,
And then
the
watch
guys
the
like
last
ripping
two.
off heads, getting 2Ks,
I
3Ks
think is
almost
the
every
plan.
other round. And
But
when you're up
EMEA
against
and
that,
America's
you can
overlap.
sometimes
So
just get
unless
knocked in terms of your
we get a
confidence.
lot
Your
of
team feels like
2-0s,
you're not winning any fights, and it has to be
then
calling, it has to be playing together
we'll finish
to
off
pick yourself up. It has to be the IGL who's going to be
EDG.
steering,
It
navigating the
overlaps
ship
with
through some, like,
EMEA.
tumultuous
Sorry,
times,
overlaps
right?
with
Yeah, and Valen is that guy. I've spoken to him. He's
EMEA. If we
incredibly
get,
elegant.
there's a world
He's very,
where
very intelligent for his age as well. He's got a
there's a
great
world where we
mature
get to
head on
watch
his
like
shoulders,
an
and it definitely
EDG
shows, I
map
think, in terms of the way he calls.
if Pacific
so
is
long,
done
that's gonna
early
mean something for sure.
and China
G2 though, will their
2-0
work
both their
better
games.
against EG today than it did against
There's too many
Columbus? They kind of
ifs,
struggled and had
basically.
to adapt. Personally, I think the only way to settle this is a good old-fashioned debate. That's right, it's time for Decision 2020.
24 map day potentially. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah? Okay, good. Butter and Ben.
It's the most Valorant we've ever had on one day, if we only include tier 1.
They're going to argue. They're going to have a bit of a chin wag, a bit of a gas bag. And we want chat to weigh in on who they thought was a more compelling debater. So spam EG or G2 in the chat, because the question is, will G2 style work better today and allow them to get the win? We're going to start with you. What's your position?
No, I don't think that EG style or G2 style will work against EG here, because I think EG is something of an unknown quantity. And when you think about the quantity that they have coming into this, it is Potter. It is somebody who's very adaptable. It is somebody
Yeah,
who
we
can
watched the
really
Italian
bring
Melons
out
round.
and read and adapt to what you're doing on the other side.
Valid points.
So when you look at G2 and the way they played against Crew, yes,
The
they were
breach
kinda
ult
giving up
was
a lot of
sick.
space.
The
They were trying to
Omenal,
react to Kesnet.
questionable.
And I think all that space that they have to do and have to give up is something that EG is going to pounce on and immediately take
5
everything
seconds
from it.
I don't think that's the case. I mean, EG as a team, they went hyper into heavy XX early in last season when they were building up their roster in 2023. Wasn't it? That was your buzzer? Oh, I thought everybody was disagreeing with me. I got really insecure for a sec. The EG,
20 seconds.
20 seconds. You're putting pressure on me, man. I'm getting stressed.
Who are you even rooting for here? I'm confused.
G2. G2 should be matching up a lot better against EG. I don't think, listen, the fact is they don't have Kesnet. EG don't have Kesnet. You're running the buzzer again. I still got time. I still got time. Don't run the buzzer on me here.
You need to push your glasses up.
You're screwing me here, production. I still got time. I still got time to run the buzzer, man. I don't think I'm winning.
That is actually the buzzer, yeah.
I don't think I'm
Well, I think
winning.
you spent about 25 out of 30 seconds complaining about
I got
the
flustered.
Too slow. Sleepy brain.
Sleepy brain. All right, so we might need to break this tie in some way. Let's take a minute to check in with one of our swing voters down in the audience. I don't know what that means, but I mean, it'll make sense when you see this guy. Let's head down to the audience. Here we have Chuck Michelson from Wichita, Kansas. Chuck, yeah, how you going? Look, we might need you to break the tie here. What's your thoughts on whether this G2 style will work better against EG or not?
Oh, well, hello there. I would consider myself a swing voter. I haven't picked a team in the last few years, but I would consider it my civic duty to decide today between EG and G2. I feel like I'm just caught between two great candidates. They both had such compelling arguments, especially the one with the mustache on the left.
Thank you, yes, and I agree.
Tell me, what to you is
Valorant _egg_99.
in this vote? Like, how would you be swayed?
Oh, well, I have one issue that's very important to me. I would consider their views on the industrialized roster jail complex in this country.
Make it quick.
Support, full support. Love it.
I hate jail. I hate roster locks. I think it should be a free open system. Any player can go anywhere at any point in time. Any player can go.
Yeah, I wouldn't take that, Brent. I wouldn't take that.
I don't think I'm welcome here.
Our coaches are ready for Matt Picks and Bed, so let's find out where we're headed today. Let me get this one up.
The sack with the prime. Thank you for the 11 months.
How much
Hey guys, welcome. As you know, sides were decided via coin flip. So G2 is Team A and EG is Team B. G2, you will have first round ban.
No idea what's going on.
G2 ban Lotus. What would you like to ban?
We'll ban Bind.
EG ban Bind.
That is a very smart ban from G2.
We'll pick Sunset.
G2 picks Sunset.
Considering how good they looked at champs,
like
obviously
defense?
different
We'll
team
pick
fully, but
defense.
same thing applies
EG
in terms of the
picked
set
defense,
stuff they
and you
had.
have one map pick.
And some of the alt protocols as well. Oi!
We'll pick Icebox.
EG pick Icebox. Would you like attack or defense?
So what, did they want to pick Sunset? There's a chance EG look good on Sunset.
Attack.
Because they took the fact they had to
and you have one map ban.
talk about this.
We'll ban Breeze.
G2 ban Breeze. And what would you like to ban?
We'll ban Ascent.
EG ban Ascent. Decider map is split. And would you like attack or defense?
We'll take defense.
G2 pick defense. All right, best of luck today.
All right, let's wrap up this pre-show and get right to it. It's going to be Evil Geniuses versus G2. Day 6 of VCT Americas starts right now.
Yes.
Being met with G2. Your players towards the back. Leaf and Valin respond in kind.
And oh, he's just adding bodies to the count. Jorgamo unleashing fury.
He's ridiculous today.
It's still planted though, but this is such an odd scenario. They are aware of this, surely. They don't think they don't know the trends there.
Net baited for Trent, and I think this is going to be the play. Pass the issue and Velocity away! G2 take it! The Ascension team paves the way.
The feeling on stage and the first day, it was amazing. Next up is EG. All the players have been in the scene for a while.
One player that'll be surprising for a lot of fans is Nature on EG. I think he has incredible mechanics. I could see him really turning up this year.
Nature pulled out the one. Tig looking to fight back. There goes Nature. Nature!
We all know how they play individually. Comparing one-to-one, like each player, my team and their team, we're individually better.
There's still a 3 versus 3. ADS 2, Jonah P. In the moment here, they're doubled up. It is some semblance of awareness. Jonah P.
Will Potter make it again? Maybe not the
just
maybe not to the
rounds,
levels that
getting
happened
kills,
last year. I
getting
think
ace,
that's impossible.
And having the crowd cheering feels amazing, and look forward to just reliving this experience for the rest of the year.
Riot Games Arena, join me in welcoming to the stage, G2! On the other side of the stage, 2023 World Champions, Evil Geniuses!
The boos, yeah, I had a few of them as well. I was like, what the? People gotta relax a little bit. They haven't even played a game yet. Boos for the org. still while the players are walking out.
That's right, folks. You can support your favorite team with these fantastic VCT team capsules. There's got a classic Gun Buddy player card and much more. Some fantastic art brought by some of these teams. And half the profits go to these teams. So if you're a Jorgamo fan, you're a Potter fan, well, you heard them already. Get involved and show your support in-game. Gentlemen, we have here two sides of one of the most compelling coins in Valorant right now. One of the longest-lived cores in Americas going up against a team brought together at the last moment, given one directive: step into the fire and be forged into something greater. Try and go all the way. G2 with their roots deep, going up against this EG project. It's ambitious, to say the least.
Absolutely. This is something that's going to be difficult for them because, I mean, they're trying to pull against the team that got the best seed here. The team that only needs 2 wins to go forward, and G2 coming all the way from challengers last year. They definitely got a lot to prove on this stage, and I think going up against the former champions, despite all the change, is still a big test.
Yeah, big test indeed. I mean, listen, in Valorant, what we've seen so far in America is there's amazing amounts of parity between all the teams. Anyone can really win on a given day is what it feels like. And sometimes that individuality shines through for some of the teams, and it will grant them that win. Now, for EG, I think one of the benefits they've got coming into this is that a lot of these players now, they're on a roster where generally I think the expectation should be set quite low, and they are for them. They're not coming into this expecting them to be world beaters. A lot of people question why they were even the heavy seed to begin with if the roster wasn't even
like a pretty normal double initiator comp.
Remaining, right? But I think these players can come into this as a fresh start. They've been given a second lease on life. Even Derek was saying at points, you know, he's tweeting saying he realizes more than anyone he probably didn't deserve to have a second chance in Tier 1, but they've got that chance now, and it's about grasping it at the right time, right moment, and it's right here and now. Like you said, Bala, 2 wins gets EG, or any of these teams right now at this point, to Madrid.
Yeah, and I think it's important too, because last year was not at all like that, right? You start a whole split, basically, and that's
we got to add it. It looks so sick.
And that's how long it took for them to really get to anywhere fruitful. Now it's just this right here. You got to start strong right off the bat.
Straight away, a Cypher locked in for net there. Probably no surprises. Superman bringing the Omen out. Nothing out of the ordinary so far, gents.
You heard Potter talk about the controller is sometimes a boring role, but that's what Superman fills, and he's been great in the past on that role. It's just about finding his footing, finding his comfort zone, and I think they've actually put together a team that should do that for him, right? He's playing with former teammates in Derek. He's playing on a team, I think, that should be very welcoming for him.
I'm really curious as to what they've got cooked up. They're going to be playing something standard, I think, for this map, which is Sunset, right?
Yeah.
Coming into first, so... Yeah, if there's going to be anything unusual, one of the big indicators I think as well that the team hasn't had a lot of time is the initiating.
That's it with the Prime. Thanks so much for the 2 months. Thank you very much.
Might be some, when I see teams still opting into Sky comps, I think it shows that it's a map they haven't put a lot of time into because of the Sky changes coming in so recently. They haven't had time to adjust a lot of their comps.
Yeah.
So that's what I really pay attention to a lot of time, and you see those comps getting outvalued.
I think that's
I'm seeing a fade online.
pretty true.
I don't know who's picking out on the other side of things. So it's Derek playing the fade. So listen, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far early on from just the EG comp-wise. Of course, we haven't seen
and then a fade. I think this is
in terms of when they're in the server.
And this
but
is
they do
good
have another
comp.
advantage, which is actually seeing one of the VODs for G2. They've seen them play on this map versus
double
Crew.
controller
They should know what the weaknesses are
against
in
double
G2's
initiator.
play. And when they played against Crew, G2 really struggled with contact mid plays. Crew were constantly abusing that straight up mid, up the gut in Sunset, and constantly getting away with murder on that map. Despite the fact that G2 did come back and win it in the end.
Yeah, I mean, G2 were giving up mid voluntarily to some degree, right? They spread across the sites and Crew just cut noise entirely. They had no idea where they were going to be coming from.
Yeah, that led to Kessner getting some fantastic lurks at some points as well. This is a very interesting one. You're right. They saw the VOD, or they saw the Sova here. They know how to adjust the Cypher trips, for example. And I think when you think about the meta, it's really interesting because there's a new team. They aren't set in their ways.
I think Trent not be on the server.
Right, Ganzarini, you ready to jump into this one or what?
He still played on... trying to remember what happened on Ascent. He still plays on Ascent, right? But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, they've been doing alright so far. We gotta give him some more.
Thank you so much. Great
more games to see.
In the booth, we've got a banger of a matchup today.
He didn't. Was it balanced still?
There's a lot of talk about this EG roster. How good are they? How good?
Oh yeah, they played.
Are they going to be able to compete? Where are the expectations?
He was. Oh okay, yeah, he was on Viper.
This roster is actually quite nice.
Yeah, I mean, I made it very far.
I mean, G2 are the
and let me tell you that
G2 are the probably the biggest Viper fans, to be fair. It is interesting that they changed a bit up though.
Fantastic player. Everybody knows that I played with him for like the last 2 years of my career.
Yeah.
And he's like such a good teammate. One of the best teammates I ever had. He's willing to do anything. You heard it from Potter herself. A perfect role player, bro.
And that's really
okay.
all you
EG
could ask for in a situation like this.
on
G2
defense,
on the
G2
side.
on attack.
Evil Geniuses in their
And
first
G2 are just chilling
Kickoff
out,
with an
just waiting to
opportunity
see what goes down fast.
to silence
They know
some
that a
kids
lot
on
of
the
time
block.
people are doing
Remember,
aggro
G2
pistols at the moment.
joining the fun as the 2023 Ascension winners. Running this early
And we get
on Sunset. You've got that Viper
the
wall splitting the site in half.
duelist Cypher
Dart
controlling
already cleared
middle.
out. Not much else going on for EG so far.
We got
Absolutely.
one
This is something you're
Holden,
gonna see a lot in this
Holden,
matchup
and
right now.
even
It's
though mid
EG
was smoked off,
fighting for this A
Kickoff just
control,
held
keeping the fake
pretty
there.
strong.
Recycling utility, having the breach
And here we
stubs
go,
there.
Cypher first contact.
Looks like APOF's gonna get first contact here in mid.
Oh, that's a nice bait. Nice stun off this as
Right
well.
on cue, that fault line out from
APOF,
Nature.
no swing on this.
To
Doesn't
challenge
wanna.
that fight.
The fact he doesn't swing, they might not think he's
Talking
close.
about the reusable utility, that's already a factor in the situation.
Absolutely. G2 now, understanding that they baited out the breach stun, they can go for the hit now. Very important.
Yeah, they have a little time window here in which they could do that. They're
Chat,
refreshing.
I can turn it up a bit, right?
And then you've got the trip and the cam on the other side.
Poison's on.
Ah, but Net baiting out the rotations from EG, and that causes the mid push here.
30 seconds left.
B's completely open, Doug.
They should know that that's the case here,
Yeah,
too. You see the
the
drone
Cypher
clearing up
luck
the trip,
starts
they start to
in.
wake their way
It's
out
a Cypher
onto the
on
site, the spike
Viper luck.
planted, and you already
And
see
we
some hesitation
already
and some concern on the
have
flank
full
that could
site
be coming.
control.
You've got Apoth who's sitting just on the other side of spawn. 2 members for G2.
And yeah, these two are
concerned
patient.
and ready. You've got a trip to deal with as well. The Haunt's going to come up over the top. And now you have Genius just sort of creeping their way out onto the
Yeah,
site.
unlucky
Trent
timing on
catches
that
the
one.
timing.
Lovely stun.
Oh, perfectly. Wow,
Oh.
Leaf gets another one.
I mean,
How
you
you
think
get
he
away
should have
feels
gone
like that
down
when
there.
you're stunned, but either way, numbers advantage in favor of G2. A 4v3 as the spike ticks away. Valen gets 2 massive kills. Superman falls. G2 get the pistol.
Okay,
Clean
very,
post plant from
very
G2 and
convincing.
good
Yeah, the
awareness of
post
that
bomb looked
alert.
good.
I don't know if that's prep or just previous scrims, but being aware that Apoth likes to go for that late flank. Perfect from Trent
Derek
there,
using the
getting
100 fees
off
pistol.
guard.
Well, I mean, they
That's
were so
funny.
ready for it, too. It wasn't just Trent. Yeah, it wasn't just Trent who was sitting there watching. You saw Valen was looking back for a little bit, expecting that flank, and they read it perfectly. So an excellent start for G2. They burned the clock a little bit. They baited out a lot of utility and then decided where they wanted to strike.
But look at this, Doug. This is looking like a trap play on the B main.
Full
Open flash,
classic.
reach stun off a
We have a
contact.
camera, and we are
saw
gonna
this yesterday.
Oh, there it is.
stun,
The cam should spot.
omen flash, nade at the back,
just right.
push
They've got
in,
the nade that's gonna push out as
and
well.
not
Jogmo
too
does
bad.
get a
They
little bit of
nearly
damage,
took
does
down
find some
quite a
value.
few of them.
Nature still playing here.
Leaf sitting on 13 HP and Valen sitting on 48 HP.
I mean, this setup
Yeah,
was
I like
brutal
that.
to deal with. Ultimately, they were able to navigate their way through the gun advantage.
Ambitious. I think on an eco, I think this is good.
Slight step back.
You had a
Derek rotating over.
yeah, you had an ISO vulnerable in there. That's 3
Not trying
kills.
to cut any corners is G2. They don't want
Honestly,
to
a
lose any
Fade
more guns into
Tether,
this round, Doug.
that's also probably 3 kills. That would actually
Yeah,
work
all
with
been
their
put
comps
out.
that they have.
Fading spawn. Bomb's going down right now.
Oh, wasn't even a double face.
Dude, they're
I thought it'd be
doing
a little
great
over the
damage.
top,
It
Derek did
damn.
some damage.
It got
He
real
avoids
close.
disaster.
And that's a W round right here from EG.
Yeah, that is a
They drop
huge
4 guns
round.
out. Yeah,
The
beautiful.
classic
Vandal save.
the full
from
classic
Jonah
the full
Fido.
classic ecos are like making teams have to think a little bit more about their ecos to try and do damage instead of like sheriff one shots and everyone just one taps.
No bonus round here from G2. Opting
And
to
we're
just
seeing
go
some cool
straight
stuff.
away.
Seeing some really good little plays.
Yeah, replay one more time as Jonah P. Bandaged to save what could have been a rough start
it was
to things,
okay.
all
They just
things
got lucky.
considered. Back into the
sir.
action, you see no ults really online anytime soon. You mentioned the full buy on both sides. Light armor
Smoke
for everyone on the side of G2
goes
here.
up,
And this is a
Prowler
big-
goes
I mean,
over
yeah, they had
towards
to
A.
invest
They
'cause
realize
lost
the
so many,
close
but
A
they've
is
got
clear.
Bulldogs, they've
And
got
I think the
Vandals.
fade over towards A
Real
makes a
away.
lot of
Very
sense.
dangerous round.
You can just
Is
all the time
EG
get
aware?
information
That is the
for
question.
this.
Are they aware of the full buy? Or are they thinking there's just one Vandal on the board for G2?
Yeah, and they're going to take this timing.
Early Haunt out from Derek.
Good spam.
Yeah, the first piece of
Wow,
resistance.
he's unlucky to not get more for that spam there.
Here comes the info.
Quarked, thank you so much for the 11 months, mate.
Catching on one, the fade away onto Trend as he has utility
Yeah, it's
called
a little
out.
bit unlucky.
And leaves
I
there to
felt like he
punish.
did.
They've
Like he did
established
good, and
control
he
on
got a little
Elbow.
bit unlucky they didn't get more
EG now scrambling to try to get back towards
to
A.
begin with.
They just cut noise, Doug. Getting a raise rocket. This could be huge into this round. Re-aggro coming here from EG onto this elbow area.
I mean, a bonus here would be a dream start for G2.
Oh. But this is huge here, Doug.
Showstopper invested. Clearing every little angle he can. No resistance will be found. And this spike is
Straight
still
up
not
free
out.
site. Let's see what their after plans are like. Person who's holding all of this has to go into side as well. Yeah, looks like they want to go aggro. Recon through the smoke. They got no flashes on this comp, so lovely from Leaf.
That should be it unless Apoth can pull off a miracle. Ned and Leaf both weak. So it's not out of the realms of possible, but Ned saves it. G2 with
The
a
close one.
massive 3-round lead early on.
Definitely a close one. Shout out to
Very
Leaf for getting
doable,
the
but
double kill back aside there.
nevertheless,
This felt like a
G2
big changer.
Looking great. They understood from
It's a
that
savage
reclear
start for
utility
EG.
onto elbow, that
New
breach
players, a little bit of nerves.
that they were
Lose
gonna leave the
pistol,
site.
lose your
And Leaf
fast buy.
looking really good at the start of this game so far.
It's
And, you know,
not,
there was a lot
not
of
the dream
conversation
start.
last time we saw this team play about, you know, does Leaf feel comfortable?
Yeah.
Is he going to be slotting into this roster well? Because it wasn't the Leaf that we expected, or at least have grown to know. This feels much more like the Leaf we saw last year.
And you know what is so dangerous about this G2 roster is I feel like they didn't have Trent online. They didn't have Leaf online for their last matchup against Crew. And
That's
they
nice
still
though.
won
I do feel
beating
like
a Kesnet who was
this,
going
again, this
absolutely
over
Super
towards
Saiyan
A.
mode on them. So if these guys
I really like the Viper,
play even
mainly
half
just
of how they
because of
normally
this, to
play,
be honest.
it's
It's so
just gonna
good
be
at
a very
creating
hard
pressure
game
over
and
towards
uphill
A.
battle for EG.
That Hill's already 3 rounds high with the potential.
It
for
doesn't
more
feel
EG
like
to block
as
the
must have
defensive
as
side. It's
bind,
just
but
pistols.
it's still just so nice
have
to know
nearly as
that
much firepower on the
2
other side of
people
this.
have to hold, and all you have to do
I
is
wanna
like
point out how
clear them off this
cautious
angle.
G2 is on these eco rounds. They're really trying not to get ecoed. It's so important because
You think that's
getting
better
ecoed in a
than
game like
Viper
this just
smoking
ruins
top
all
mid on one
momentum,
of the
ruins your
sides?
economy. It is not a good
Yeah, I
feeling for you
think
in-game.
so. I do like the
And it looks like
Viper
they're ready for
smoke that
every
you can
single
kind of leak
piece of
out a bit.
aggression that EG
I think that one can
has
be
been
good
throwing their way
to
so
block
far.
vision
And it feels
on
like
both
such
of
a
these.
testament to Valen and his
But
calling style. You know, there were interviews last week about how
I
it
do
feels
think
like
that
he's
if
just
I was
micromanaging
anteing a
every
team though,
single
I
chess
would
piece
always
on the
just be
board.
like,
And you see how that discipline.
just check all the numbers and see if anyone actually lurks through, because I don't think they actually have lurked through it. But they look kind of better on their ecos here. This is a big duel.
Not able to convert.
Wow.
on
Hey,
the
what?
third.
That
A
duel
little bit of
goes
damage
the
has
other
been
way?
done,
That's
though.
a done
Financially,
round.
G2 should be in good straits,
It still
assuming
might
they can
be
win the round,
on.
and that's far from a guarantee. A clean snap out from Trent to get things to a 1v2. Nature trying to isolate the gunfights. 42 HP left. They're both going to hit him at just the right
And
time.
let's try the
Trent
eco
gets the
again.
third, G2
They're at
continue
least
to
keeping the
roll.
economy low.
Superman finding
Though it's
such
4,
an
it
insane
is
timing on
it
that
is
play.
4-0, but like they're
Making it
they're
costly
close
for
to
G2.
forcing them to an eco if they
But
manage to get
G2
one of
so
these
good with
rounds.
these trades right now.
Yeah. Again, the discipline that they play so well together. And, you know, again, I want to go back to the conversation we were having with Valen last week about how they have to grind through some of this stuff. And ultimately, in his opinion, it makes the team better. They're better bonded. They're more cohesive in their attempts. And you saw some of that there.
The Omen op. I love it.
Another
Nivera.
slow-paced round from G2.
The Nivera
Meanwhile, on the
special.
side of EG, you've got an op in the hands of Superman. Don't know if there's going to be a challenge early on, as G2 seem to be focused on establishing some control across the middle of the map.
Recon that goes through the roof to here? Maybe?
Looking to grab this aggro line. Cam spots him. They know that Omen is hopping on B now. What is the reaction from G2? Looks like they're going to work up mid. Very smart.
No, it
Nature
goes
has a
deep
fault
middle.
line here, but he's really kind of on his own.
Through Boba to back a Boba to split. Hey, that's pretty sick. And then you ult on top of it. This is a nice round from G2. It's a really nice round. Recon over towards here, block vision, split in. You know you get information on this
So
line.
clean from G2.
Yeah, that's a really
Leaf
nice
going up on
round.
the box, making Superman have to look at multiple different angles with that op. Almost securing the trade, and the Sobalt coming in as well on contact. Just to seal the deal.
Yeah.
Fatal invested here. I don't know if I
And
agree with this
Omen
though.
ult.
It's not going to tag anyone.
Omen ult makes them question that
But
they
they
could be
follow
behind.
the carpet that has been laid. Derek looking for any target he can find. The dart has been cleared out. No ults on the side of G2 to have to worry about here. That they're going to have
Fade.
to
Oh, didn't hit anyone, so they knew that they could get over towards site fast. And this comes down to another 1v2, and Jonah P is popping them. Yeah, this is a sick strat from G2. Really nice rounds. I like this. That's
Not
brand new.
missing a beat. Bringing on his momentum from his last series. He was the MVP of that game. And he's looking great right now. Honestly, G2 as a whole.
Not investing the fade ult there.
looking really
It's
on
just the
point.
fact that they need a round. It's a 3v4 that they need to win a round. It at least hit no one, so they realized that they could go fast. So it gave them a little bit. Just more the fact that G2 are just playing against the no vision block really well. Like I really liked how G2 played this, especially the strat itself. But the fact that when they kill the Omen in terms of the vision block, they realize that they can just heavy stack over towards B main. They don't need to play on the site. They don't need to give them any duels. They can kind of just pressure the other team to actually tap the spikes so that you can use the number advantage.
Down what, 0-5? Yeah.
Well, a double number advantage because it's 4v2 when
to take a
someone's
break for
defusing.
just a moment and try to settle things. Meanwhile, on the side of G2, I think, again, there were a lot of questions about how they performed last time we saw them on stage and how it was maybe a little rocky. And yeah, Kesnet was I mean, Kesmet was a man possessed.
So I think I'm starting to, at least when I look at this map, when I'm looking over towards B, it looks like B is very hard to hold in an after plant if the defenders have a smoke up.
Their whole game plan right now is to bait out that breach.
That's pretty much where I'm at. If they have vision block, then it's so hard to play over towards B side.
Good reaction. They see that the
But when they don't, you can just heavy stack B main and it's pretty much fine.
It's great, but really
So
good
I think a lot of the time, Omen normally is the better one at anchoring over towards B. He's also good at setting someone up over towards A, but I think you have to always play retake. But E2 did a good thing where you kind of split and that Omen can't get out of there and is forced to duel. What do I think about the no sentinel some teams have been running? I think it looks like a nightmare to play. It really does. I think I would rather do no duelist than no sentinel on this from what I've watched.
That was a great counter flash from Valen to deny that aggro.
Yeah, they're getting picked apart a little bit.
Derek likes to play this elbow area. I think he's played it almost every round so far.
Yeah, even going all the way back to the pistol.
Great punish.
Getting a really good read on the situation now. Leaf is the only one who's kind of lagging back while EG are sending.
And Leaf has gone into a really nice position here as well. And all he has to do is once this trip gets broken, then he can start going behind.
Yeah, they're the ones on site.
This is unpredictable right here.
And the trip is going to give things away.
Yeah, and he's going to have great timing on this.
A gorgeous timing on this.
Oh. I wonder if G2 is doing this on purpose. They want him to hunt for these kills.
He decides to get back towards middle. They has no idea that they actually had really good timing and pushed behind him.
He might not get the opportunity though. It might end up being Ned who's going to have to deal with the three-man pressure waiting on the other side of this wall. There's the trip. The first falls.
That's ridiculous. Well, they get a little gun upgrade. Nature is one away from his ult into the next round, and we get like the third buy v buy for EG. And let's see.
Full blind there. He's holding mouse one is net.
Let's see what they decide to do. The op comes in again. The Omen.
Still good.
Imagine they did that same imagine they did that same strat again.
The second one.
And just trap the Omen off.
I don't know how he gets away with that.
There it is.
Similar setup from EG as well.
6 rounds in a row for G2.
What are we doing?
An opportunity perhaps for Evil Geniuses to stifle some of that now.
This is, I mean, this is it, right? Op comes out full buy, 3 heavy armors. They got
some good ults to work with.
They got some ults. They got no ults to worry about until Trent gets a kill.
Yeah, a little bit more aggression here though. With the Rays being here, they are gonna fight this.
Oh, I like that as well. You see like the little small tech of just smoke down fast so we can clear this angle, and then we put the wall down.
Remember, he's the one who has the op. As Nature's trying to dance around blind and deaf and not able to hear a thing, having to deal with the nade at his feet.
And G2 are nice on this one. I'm liking it.
The shot from Superman is clean though, and he gets away. With the rocket at his feet, somehow stays alive.
Jonah P is 8-1.
EG find themselves outnumbered and outgunned yet again.
And that's just so tough for Superman there. Knows he has to get another kill to even the players out. He gets punished for it. Jonah P never gonna miss those shots.
Not when
he's this dialed in.
Nah, surely not.
I mean,
they had one last year, right?
Ridiculous.
On PAL. And then they bounce back. Could be nice having to bounce back in your first game.
And it really just feels like
reach the lowest low in your first game instead of having to wait a little bit.
And again, punishing that aggression from EG. And to be fair, EG have to take control of something when you have this breach comp.
Yeah, for sure.
You pick this map?
Stay stagnant. So I like what they're trying to do. It's just the execution is just not there at the moment. Could be from nerves, could be from honestly G2 just being on point right now.
Yeah, G2 are on point right now. There's no doubt about that.
And they've made quite the statement early on. You see some of that early aggression that you were just talking about, and there's an attempt. You saw Nature's fault line there. Tried
it was a little late.
Yeah, it was just a second late. So the ideas are there, as you were just mentioning, Dre. It's execution. It feels like that's what's lacking. See what they're able to do here. Superman has the op once more.
They decide to go aggro on this. Wait, what?
Is he gonna rocket?
Oh, okay, nade fast then.
Look at G2.
Okay, they kind of min-maxed this a little bit to get the nade off here as well. Push them into the corner.
They had the suck, they had the rocket, they had everything.
Yeah, and they lost a lot of map control. Now what? Oh, wait, that's an angle?
I did not even know you could see spawn from here.
That's insane. I had no idea about that. Force them back and then have the op up here. That's really cool.
We all were.
Cheeky little set play.
So the op finding some value. It was off of the early aggression. I'd love to see that
Two-person
set play
push
one more time
down.
because
Omen
it seemed
up.
like there were a lot of layers
The
to
top
it.
raise goes down.
Yeah, the raise.
You know that they're gonna reactively force back off the instant. That's really sick. You know they're gonna insta run back once you pop the insta raise ult.
They were playing back in spawn. They knew something was.
You're pretty much guaranteeing you get something for the raise ult. Even though it is a 3-on-3.
That EG had an extra layer on top of that. They knew that there was that they're pushing the enemy team all the way back into spawn, and then they have Superman posted up on that top box.
And Apop's playing well though. Holds over towards B main. He just needs to tuck in. The fact that he pops his cages.
Apop is in a really good position.
Did they break a trip? Oh boy, okay.
Well, never mind.
Well,
the distance works.
First time they've had an advantage, by the
Does
way.
he commit? He does.
2v3.
Just net and Jonah P on their own. Jonah P with ult, but really not in a position to do anything with it. 3 HP as he's been battered, he's been beaten, but he's now the last one standing.
Okay, nicely done. A round on the board, and Desp is... Yeah. It was always going to happen, Desp. I'm sorry.
There we go. EG going to be hype after winning that round.
It took a lot. I really hope we get to see that set piece again.
Yeah, I really want to see this angle from Superman on their top box, because that really set up the end of the round there.
Oh, 1000%.
Look at this angle, man. Oh, we didn't get to see it, but that was sick.
Unlucky.
There it is. Hype coming out from the EG squad. Jogamo smiling. That's dangerous for G2.
There's still
when you see that man
recon
smiling.
that goes towards the back of site, and we need to, in terms of EG,
a ton of money on the side of
a
G2.
bit of loss bonus on this would not be the one.
Online.
It's a nice,
Got a lot of things at their disposal.
they got some good Sova stuff.
And if I'm G2 right here, I'm just trying to get that bomb
There's a
down.
few teams that run Sova, maybe they can steal some of the stuff that we've seen already. At least 2 recons that would be worth taking.
A little aggressive out from Leaf, trying to punish on the tag.
What a weird ult, because you know he's now
Across the map,
trapped.
Besting Derek again, and that opens up the entire map. All info gathered now.
And then they heavy focus 3 people trying to take this guy down, and they just walk into A. They do take him down. They're pretty far though, and they have to get through a Viper ult. It's a good plant for both the sides. Got a camera in here as well to get info. It's a hard retake. They got breach ult. We got to keep an eye on Valen. There is a trip at middle. He has his TP. Okay, scrap all of that. He's going back to join him.
For them are going to invest everything they can to make it happen. The satchel straight into the pit. Jogamo looking to find the prize. Targeted, no. Trent stunned, gets him back. Nature on the trade though. 3v1 now. Net's going to have to do it on his own. He's gotten it down to 1v1. The cage.
His repositioning's pretty good here.
Calm, collected, but Apop
Time.
is sticking it the whole way. He stops getting the half. He had it the whole time.
Oh, he had that, I think. I think he definitely had that one.
Net so happy he won the 1v1. He didn't even run out of the bomb range.
I mean, he had the defuse. Had he suck it, they win the
Yeah.
round.
I think that's just a little bit first match nerves.
Yeah, it might be for sure.
Surely we get a replay of that one. Evil Genius just calls the timeout, and that's going to give us a chance to take a look at this once more.
Yeah,
this
stick
was
it
really
there.
nice.
Nah, he could have got
The
half
drone
got. He
tag
could have got
and
the
remember
half
trying
got
to get away
kill.
out towards
Like he would have been fine to get the
And
kill,
Leaf went
stick
out
it
to
after.
punish. He was just
But
greasing
what
the knob on the
the?
other side.
Wait, that shot
This
was
is nuts.
outrageous.
Trent with the pit finding it. And Apop, man, to have that back.
Close though.
He was
Close.
so close. So close on that defuse. And again, I think this is really just nerves from the side of EG. I think they're overthinking. You know, Apop had it down to right.
Oh, it's so savage for them. 3 people are sitting around like 2,100, 2,000.
It feels like an eternity.
It's tough. He hurt.
Wait,
hears him
Desp, is
running
that
out
actually a
the entire
thing?
Time. It's tough, but he had no time. He had to stick it. Honestly, it was a great trade on to Trent in that Viper ult.
Yeah, it
who
was.
got unstunned.
Yep.
He could have gotten 3 there easily. So you see it, EG.
Yeah, Savage Money
They are trying.
means they have to go judge.
Coming out on top in these clutch
Wait,
moments.
you're gonna double judge? Judge this round, judge next.
Superman on this op. He's actually been hitting some nice shots.
Yeah, he has. He's back on the judge now, though.
Dude is
Not gonna be
dude is
effective here.
going
Perhaps
judge
something aggressive.
op
You can see
only.
him playing very
I'm a
close
fan.
on the barrier. The smoke to cross. Forget about crossing. He's just gonna go in.
And this is so oppressive.
Are they expecting it?
It's so good, bro. It's so good. I love it.
Spam on the other side
Yeah.
ends up being his
So
demise.
nice.
Beautiful from Supa.
I have the spike.
And man, I think I've seen this guy do this play about like.
Yeah,
10
it's
times in
nice on
scrimmage
the
and
the
never
smokes
failed.
on the
Yeah,
stairs
been
are
on the
nice
receiving
as
end
well.
of it.
Like it's so much harder for them to kind of pre-aim on
confirm
that.
it was not
And then
fun.
he's just crouching as well,
It's
so
never
he's
fun
even
getting killed by
lower.
the judge.
No.
And then the third through the smoke.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
just
third kill
stabbing
was
at
the
that
third
point,
kill was
yeah.
outrageous. To be
That
fair,
feels
shouldn't be
bad.
getting that one.
Rubbing dirt on the wound. See if they can bring this back though. A 2v5 would be insane.
They still don't have money,
got the guns
and
for it.
like the people that are dead kind of really want to
They're
get these
deep
guns as well.
behind enemy lines.
We need to keep an
Apop's
eye on a
he's
lot
gonna
of
find
hits.
everything he could want. The fall line there to drop Tony P. Net once again left against the world. The dink onto Apop,
Uh-oh.
looking for more. A judge.
Lovely. Double upgrade.
all it takes.
1,
EG
2,
punchback.
Guardian,
Nice.
better gun, Vandal. Nice.
Nice.
Chance to
And
get
if
4.
I'm EG right now, every round matters.
Chance
It
to
doesn't
get
matter
4.
if you're getting blown out.
The
Oh,
hero
you can win
judge
as
by
many as
Peso.
you can, just to have something going into the next map. And they're not out of this by any means, don't get me wrong. But it does look like that G2 is just on another level. Mechanically,
Let's go, Derek.
strategically at the moment. I like that. I like the energy that I'm hearing from EG.
Yeah, feeling a little loose.
And they adjusted to 1 and B main control, and he's not wrong.
Mid aggro.
Chose doesn't eat eco.
I mean, Apop is
No,
close by
wait.
as well, but they aren't really in a position where
Dude,
they can
imagine
help each
Trent
other.
on that, Joe.
Meanwhile, Derek is finding success. You know,
Oof.
he's been picked on a couple of
Wait,
times
what?
back there. Superman's finding 2. You mentioned that any round is a good one for Evil Geniuses. This seems like another one.
Superman is just a LAN animal.
Gotta
I got to
watch
see
out
the
for
pleasure of
Net.
this guy
Yeah,
playing
Net is
in
taking.
international lands all over the world. China,
Kill
Brazil,
Heron and ult
on
would
my
be
team.
tempting.
I know what this guy can bring to the
Yeah.
table, and he's stepping up big for his team right now. That veteran experience.
We'll see if Net and Jonah P can do anything to respond.
And they're
It's
not
all
going to
just
expect
Jonah
this
P
guy
now.
here. So
Remember
he
the
gets
heroics,
another,
remember
but
the
Spike
massive
is down
moments
middle.
he's had
But they
so
saw the
far.
Spike drop when they got the
Potentially
kills,
makings of
but
another one,
they're
but
not
he
going to
doesn't
know that
realize
he
that
hasn't picked this
challenge-
one up.
Oh, you heard the jump. He knows they're there. But Derek shuts him down.
That did have some legs for sure as well. Okay, last rounds, they're potentially going to get 4, and we have seen this map like look attack sided. So Leaf 1 away, so maybe they want to get like A control, get this all B control potentially as well, and 4 ults to maybe
Here's the replay.
get him a
Superman.
4th.
Oh wow.
Perfect timing on that swing.
Yeah.
Enemy remaining.
That's the Superman we want to see.
That's the Superman Evil Geniuses need. Doesn't have to be pretty, as long as it works.
Yeah.
Fade
Take a
ult
look at
go.
that. And
Wow, double
aggressive
prowler.
early, 2 prowlers used to try to push them off of that A main control.
Are they going aggro to
Nobody
try
on
get a
beat at
kill
all.
to use
No, but I think
the
the
to
thing
use
is,
the
EG did a
Cypher
really
ult
good
as
job
well?
of concealing
Fade
how
ult
many
goes
people
in,
were
they
part
push
of
them
that
in, they
early
kind of
track
force them
because
over
they're still
towards B.
thinking
They
there's
have a
somebody
camera
on
to
B. That's
late
why they
retake.
invested the show stopper. That's why they're a bit timid and rolling out onto the site to begin with.
I liked it though. A lot of pressure from A, but actually we walk one down middle as well to potentially get anyone farming out this way. This would have been another round where actually the TP up towards the box might have got some people running away. Does he check left? Oh god, Leaf's gonna feel so bad when that guy gets a kill.
Doesn't sound like the rocket found any value, but Giacomo continues to push.
When he gets 2 kills. Oh no, Leaf's gonna be feeling bad for that one. Nicely done for Giacomo.
But winning back-to-back rounds here, and Giacomo really heating up. That's the job we know from last year.
4 of them?
That's the champion. The spray down.
Dude, him getting into that smoke. You think about it, if he gets popped by Leaf at the very beginning, he doesn't get those 3 kills. And it's an entirely different situation. It does not sound like we're going to get to look at that one more time. We're actually going to throw it down to Sideshow, who's hanging out at the telestrator to break down a little something.
Oh, what's he go first? recon
Very
round.
much, Doug. Yeah, this half was kind of defined by a bit of a comeback towards the end there from EG, but also a lot of mistakes at the beginning. So I want to break this one down. It's the round 3 force, and we're taking a look from EG's perspective as Derek tries to hold on to elbow control. And I feel like the beginning rounds, whether it was due to nerves or whether it was due to inexperience, had a lot of moments like this. Derek doesn't anticipate how quickly he's going to get pushed there, and you see Leaf just swing around the corner straight into his face as he's trying to get a seize online. Not anticipating the pace of G2. Let's move over onto round 5. Again, rifles online. This is insanely important this round. It has so much momentum
this
in
was
the
the cool
series.
round.
If you've seen what happened just there,
This is my favorite round for
got
sure.
broken. And again, this is from EG's perspective. They can't see all of the minimap, and so it falls on some of these players to go back and take a look over towards mid. And the protocol is really, really slow. I'll wind it back just so that you can see that trip. Trip gets broken, and immediately they're a bit slow, bit tentative. It's the Omen that goes to clear it. Whoa,
Yeah, but the
there's way
recon
too many
pushes.
people in their face
The
there.
recon pushes
This
him
is the eco
forwards.
round that they tried to run as well.
You
This
see
trap
how he
play
doesn't want to
where
get
they've got
scanned, so
the
he
paranoid
runs
coming
forward to
through,
the
a stun
angle
coming through as well.
into 2
Apoth trying to
people.
run onto
Dude,
it and
that
see if he
strat
can
is
make the play
legit,
happen.
man.
And you see how far he's got to run.
It works
to try to
even
make
better
that
because he
play
had an
work.
op, to be
So
fair, but
overall, EG had a little bit of, I think, nerves and inexperience at the start of this game that were leading to multiple moments where they gave away cheap kills to G2 at the start of rounds. The more that they can tighten that up, the more that they can actually work on making sure that the gaps aren't given away right at the start, they'll have better approaches in these rounds and they'll be able to go toe-to-toe with them. You already saw that towards the end of the half where they were able to pick up, 4 rounds apart from the one where Superman gets a ridiculous kill with the operator earlier on. So that's my focus coming into the next, is those early round fights. I'll send you back over to Doug and Baby Bay.
Many thanks to the mustachioed menace that is Sideshow. I mean, but really, he hit all the major points. I think he put it together really well. EG winning 4 of the last 5 rounds to close out the half, keeping this thing competitive because it had all of the makings of getting out of hand.
Yeah, this pistol round's so important. Going out. Already leaning towards this A. A little bit of mid control though.
I don't think that dart tagged anyone.
yeah, where the hell did this dart go? Were they all covered by the
3
smoke?
members of EGR, and I don't think it tagged anyone because of that one way.
Yeah, I think they used the one way against them
A
there.
little bit of false info.
And with that info, they kind of descended over towards A.
And it does look like it.
Yeah, they don't want to properly book it because obviously they're playing against a Cypher, so they need to be scared of most likely these
Unaware
common
of what's
trips.
waiting on the other side. Meanwhile, it seems like a fight is afoot across mid. Leaf
Honestly,
closing
I
the
think
door,
Derek would take
understanding,
that.
but at least somebody close by. They're putting so much respect into the middle of the map. You got Valen, who's waiting almost by spawn. And you're right, I don't know what it was that EG saw or felt or read, but there's enough hesitation and enough doubt to where they could be very well missing this window they had.
So slow.
Yeah, and they're going to find this trip. And we have a full site. When Flash goes in and they're like, okay, well, now we can get a good plant. They decide to, I was going to say, they can get a better plant than what they went for, yeah.
In this mid flank.
That much. A 2K.
Couldn't ask for more.
Yeah, answering a question at just the right time. He's being
He
surrounded.
did great, though. Look how much damage he did. 2 kills, takes one down to half.
Net sitting at 55 HP, Trent armored
Yeah, it might be the pistol.
One-shot headshot range for anybody with a ghost.
Superman, who's had the hot
Has a smoke, doesn't want to use it too far ahead. His mate can maybe spam. Oh my god, his mate spammed and got 2. Gets smoked off and just knows that he can at least bait for the teammate that is close. And he just spams and gets 2. Yeah, lovely pistol from him in the end. They definitely did the most perfect thing against what the setup was.
Again, 4 of the last 5 to close out the half. The pistol, all of a sudden, that 0-7 lead that G2 had at the beginning feels like a distant memory.
Nice shots from Derek, heating up.
Yeah, really good shots.
What are those through the smoke?
Yeah, look at him, man.
Into CT, Nature got 2. Yeah. Potter hype now. What kind of anti-eco are we going to see into this round?
Wait, are they doing a similar...
Are they going to wait for
similar eco?
From G2?
Similar in terms of 4 people stacking over towards B, they might just be walk pushing this. We have 2 people that can react once the trip gets broken.
Does seem to happen a fair amount. That's exactly what's going on here.
Did they just take the orb and they heard it? I think so.
Or just hold off a contact?
They're just waiting.
Oh,
Imagine there's a
no, he goes to pull out a smoke. Nice recovery. Stun at least would have got people if they full wide swung as well, so the stun was fine.
This is not the player you want warming up against you. No.
No, not when he's had the last couple of
Damn.
rounds. Wow.
We got one armor rebuy. That was very nice. Almost got a little bit scary. Not for the round, but some actual like deaths in terms of the Omen timing.
I mean, to be
Jogamo gets mate,
right? Like,
give
he's
me this
supposed to win
round.
those gunfights,
What's happening
sure.
with this Bucky?
But the momentum that gives you as a player.
Yeah.
A raise and a
If I'm getting
Bucky.
those 3 kills, I'm feeling good going into every single round after this.
Yeah, 1000%.
And I can take over at that point, so.
Straight up B hit. They're going to get lucky that the Cypher's not here as well, even though they might just use the nades to break the potential trip that they think is going to be here.
I mean, everyone is here.
Okay, I take it that's where the most common recon is going to go.
First 2 rounds now. EG going
Bro,
for
look at
Depop
this
on
Bucky
bonus
skin,
round.
man.
Changing the pace. It's the fastest round they've had
These
so
skins
far.
are so weird, man. The airplane ones.
Such a good job at dissuading some of the early aggression. Leaf there to clean up A-Pot. You've got the dart back sight to confirm that players are out.
It's a nice sight hit though.
There's the Bucky.
Yeah, he tunnel. They really tunnel visioned on this.
Jogamo and Superman.
I think there was an extra. Breach flash that maybe I missed. But he at least had the drone in the corner and just tunnel vision for it. It is just a low bite. It's so fun to take some risks.
Out from G2, not giving him any ones, not swinging out recklessly.
And this is Trent.
Well, at least they're all on the same page. I mean, Superman really just TP'd out into the open.
Find anything else?
Look at this discipline.
It's so impressive. Not an inch being moved.
Very nicely done.
That's exactly the right play.
Yeah, they would have wanted a little bit more damage than
That's
this.
what G2 was talking about. So Valen was saying in his interview, just because we are a core for such a long time and we already have fundamentals doesn't mean that we're going to shy away from finding new ones. And I honestly like the aggression from EG.
Oh, 1000%.
But the utility was just not there in time. Or it wasn't correct. I saw Breach Flash come out, but by that time, Superman and Jaw were already dead.
It's too little too late.
Another 5-man here. Opting to take fast
And they want to go fast. Flash goes in, one satchel used. I go side as well. And then we get Breach close with full util. He used one flash over towards the right as well, I think. And then, okay, so it's just close to get info, try and bait out reaction. We get the orb on, I want to say Derek.
It's going to be a little bit of confidence for Trent.
4 people here. Are they going to have Omen Flash?
To take the space after the utility, even though they're aware that EG could
Oh,
be
there.
hiding.
They're going for it. Omen Flash.
And there's the Omen Flash.
Oh, and they're going to swing out behind it. They're going to catch him. Yeah, Superman's done.
That's fine, because then, yeah, the good reaction. Great reaction. Numbers get called, and this guy's just going to sin spawn, and these other 2 probably just need to relax.
Serious
Hey, what is?
There's no way they know. They can't know.
Oh my gosh, there's a world.
Can Leaf and Jonah P do it?
They saw the Sova util, so they know that someone's around
There's really
here.
no way for Jonah P to get out. He's left on an island. Reinforcements are as far away as they could possibly be. But as the time ticks away, the reinforcements get closer and closer to arriving. Unaware of where he could be, he finds value onto the first, waiting for the final, and onto a second, and it's clean. Derek in a clutch situation.
Hey, what?
The element of surprise on his side. Jonah P is going to get
But that's
cleaned
kind
up.
of fine, because that was the low HP. Got 10 seconds to find out where this guy is. It's good fade up. But what do you... Leaf swings? 10 seconds spike down. You're about to get hit by a fade up. That was a bold maneuver.
Finding the window.
He was trying to swing before the ult hit him, thinking that the guy was going to be knifed out, trying to get the spike.
And what looked like disaster.
Was he too busy celebrating to plant as well? What is going?
That pre-fire from Jonah P was sick, but Derek just closing out the clutch. And all momentum.
Plant, bro. Plant. It definitely could have been played better from Leaf. I think he's gonna. That was like instant regret.
Made his name on clutch moments just like
Then
that.
again, if we get the kill, we're going, man, what a genius. Like if this guy literally has his knife out running for the spike itself, we're like, damn, what a genius. So we also got to give Derek props. Wait, did that boombot clear the back as well? That's nice. If that's intentional. Nice push over towards here as well. Leaf has his ult, so they can fast retake if they want to. The rough thing for EG at the moment is they don't have too many ults. And I mean, they're really far away from ults.
They still haven't committed to the plant.
Wow.
It's still in hand. Leaf is causing just enough delay with the ult. Ultimately, it was Valen who cleans it up.
Oh, the recon.
Yeah,
nice retake from them. Nicely done from Leaf. Good recon as well.
That was a very heads-up play from G2. Clearing out APOP in mid. They don't want to deal with that mid shenanigan. Yeah. And then going for the fast retake this time with Rocket. And Leaf having a great performance right now.
I think you see it here, how much chaos and how much pressure Leaf was able to apply just by his presence. I mean, just the fact that they had the ult, right? He could not commit, Jogmo could not commit.
In the fade-out rounds, how would he have been able to play time? I mean, it was 10 seconds. You still hold for the push, obviously, because you've been fade-outed, so you're minus 80.
One off the breach ult though, and it looks
you can at least, I mean, honestly,
they will be picking this up.
Talking about 1v1s is too hindsight. I probably should have just left it.
To have breach ult for the post plant. Free sight again in the airplane Bucky in full effect.
Remember, he's tried this already. Previously, it was with Superman TPing forward with him. This time
doesn't check the score down.
Boss
man.
Yeah,
nicely done from Net to staying pure silent on this one. They invest the ult into this. Guys, it's a 3v. Oh my god.
But Trent on the counter, Nature now left alone.
It actually looked really doable. With 3v5, they invested breach ult. Yes, oh man, is this gonna pop him? He can bounce? Oh, oh, oh no. Nicely done on this one. Holy, I actually think the 3v5 was close, the breach ult. I like the additional damage on top that gets anyone on the left side.
And what a great push from EG. I was confused too. I'm like, oh, we're in a 3v5. 3v4.
Yeah, same.
We're committing this ult.
It made a little bit more sense once this guy over towards market had a pretty good timing.
He was so far up, the swing was great.
I mean, look at that. That's how they lost.
Those are decisions that you make on the fly. Yep. That's not a set piece. That's not something you drill. That's, all right, we're pushing.
Yeah, and it's costly as well. It's really costly with the ult invested.
Yeah, me too.
APOP being that confident.
And then now,
actually just run through. Yep. No
we're up against this.
And create plays like that.
But ultimately, even that was not enough. G2 with the 4-round lead. They have 4.
There goes one of them. They decide to go fast over towards side again. Using the same util they used before, just without the Omen Flash. Speaking of an Omen Flash, guys. Okay.
How does he find Superman?
Valen does not say, but they've drawn out the Roomba. They've drawn
what
out the
is this
nade.
round?
And for now, that's what they're going to have to settle with. APOP once again.
I'm enjoying the pressure that APOP's been making though. Like the 4-1 defaults with him being able to take timing, he's taking great timings.
First, not able to convert onto the second. Shot goes just a bit wide, but Jonah P with the
dude, look at where he is. These guys on side don't need to do anything.
You can deal with APOP and his late
They'll take the
he does
one.
get one. That's 3 on the round for him.
That's a huge kill.
Yeah, and now it's a weird round.
And I feel like we find ourselves in this position a lot on Sunset, where members are just scattered across.
It's a shame because Cypher kind of wants him to plant, but then if you try and let him plant and then he gets like just rushed or 1v1'd on the site and then it runs over.
There's been a lot of talk about Nature and the
I do think
potential
the mistake for me there is the two people taking a site here, where in my opinion the Cypher needs to make the next move.
He's got a fault line to play with 25 armor. No other utility to his name.
But it's such a weird situation
that
that
the benefit of time. The spike has been taken away for a few moments now.
Sometimes you gotta let people play.
He knows now, Doug.
I mean, he's got to know. That's got to be enough for G2 to go aggressive with it. Net is at least got to get half the spam drops. There's the fault line on the swing, but Trent went a little bit aggressive. He's going to stick it!
Oh, nice from Nature. Yeah, and honestly, Trent here just feels like he's safe around the corner. Really good. Really well played.
That was so close to the defuse.
IGL.
Great heads up awareness to spam the first guy.
And I think again, there was so much time that had been burned that Trent really had no option there but to go to try to stick it. And when you've got the fault line, you've got the swing. I mean, the cards were set there, and Trent didn't have a good hand.
And it makes you think. First guy that got on the bomb, he could have defused from safety, but he didn't.
Potentially, yeah. Jogmo continuing to cause problems.
The great stun. Oh man, the nade on top. Oh man.
Be in trouble.
Oh.
Nade enough though.
Takes a little bit of damage.
Yes, just like a whoa. Teammates getting involved. Wait, that might bait them in. Does he check this for Jonah P? Yes, he does. Do they expect this guy inside when the molly was there? Yep. Ooh, kind of not really.
It looked like he cleared it for a moment. You're right. Now Net and Leaf left to try to pick up the pieces.
He was just doing it for the sake of doing it.
Now Net on his own, just the Sheriff.
I can't really blame him next. That molly looked like it spread to that
That's
guy.
the first step of many to go, though.
Apoth has touched their spawn, I think.
Every single round.
Like every round that he hasn't died early.
Yeah, Apoth is, I'm telling you, Apoth is doing bits.
From him. You imagine a timeout maybe coming here soon. Because they have not been able to deal with the constant pressure that Apoth has been able to apply.
Getting a little bit close, and this is their big buy round. They did just eco for this, and yeah.
This early A pressure, but yeah, when you're running this comp against the breach comp, it's just so hard to win that battle. The breach util, fade util is just too strong compared with that raise when you take an early space.
Oh, it's smothering.
Limits the places that you can play.
And a timeout has been called. See if they can figure out how do they deal with Apoth. How did they deal with the oppressive utility that comes from the fade, that comes from the breach?
And I think if I'm the coach of G2 right now, I'm telling his team, I'm like, listen, what worked was securing mid control, making sure it's all clear. Apoth doesn't get that timing in mid, and then going into the retake. Seems like they already veered off of that. Did it great on the eco round.
Yeah, they did.
Close game from what seemed like it was going to be an absolute stomping for the
How do I feel about Gen.G going to Madrid? I mean, they look kind of scary. They're for sure so far from what we've seen, apart from maybe like the second Chinese team that goes through. I imagine what people are going to rate like at the bottom, but I think like upset potential is doable. Feel a little bit bad for T1 because I probably would rate T1 above them from what I've seen, but
a little bit more of the retake on the actual site.
Sometimes you get Paper X in a single limb and they show new stuff, and that is a
Jogmo's already gotten high ground.
devastating thing.
Early flash and the satchel across. They're gonna find a little bit of space elbow.
Love this spot from Valen. A nice passive angle here.
But I also think Gen.G will win some maps tomorrow against Paper X.
Onto this lane.
Like it might actually be a 3-2 tomorw in the final.
Here's the adaptation from
Final's gonna be weird tomorrow.
Push all the way up.
If I'm in that final,
secure the info.
kinda don't want to show too much.
Almost has to be like a blanket that's rolling across the site to make sure they've dealt with the late lurk.
I don't think the champ points are worth too much.
EG now pushing their way out onto the site.
If you're a top team anyway, you should be getting in the top 3 at the end.
They're so patient with this. Nature's
They are hard to get those, so
which is going to be massive in the post plant now. Valen not able to find a kill, a little bit of spam through the smoke.
having the champ points does mean you could take the your foot off the pedal a little bit, especially if you do good in stage 1.
Only got one.
And there's really no way for them to follow up on that. So it's not even about taking the fight to them. It's about just buying time. And that's exactly what they've done. You start to see the utility now flood over the side as Jogmo somehow gets to. But Net on the trade. As Leaf pushes forward, tucked into the smoke. Superman against the world.
Yeah, look at these smokes. Yeah, this smoke from Superman is.
What a post plant.
Yeah, that stopped
and like
everything.
You said, understanding that breach ult didn't connect on all the players, just using it for the stall, forcing the clock to go down.
That's a really cool.
But
most teams are going to be doing that, I think. That's better than smoking here, right? Because you don't have the safety of this.
Against that comp.
Then you don't take the angles at the same time.
And great reaction.
And you still block the vision of this duel.
Understanding that G2 pushed B main.
Yeah,
okay,
people are all
if anyone's there,
people are all stealing that smoke. I see a lot of people smoking this in afterplant. That is for sure 100% better.
Another light buy for G2. You see the financial implications of how these last couple of rounds have gone.
And this stun is so brutal. It stuns all of lane and elbow.
It's gonna hit.
Look at this.
Yeah, this is just a classic default when you want to push them back towards A. I'm a big fan of this camera, so I think this camera is really good, especially when you tag the person over towards here, because you can actually like get a punish off it. Yeah, and this guy's trying to bait them out. G2 feeling smart on this one. It feels like he knows they're there.
Stun will not be coming out anymore.
He's trying to play games to see if they swing.
Meanwhile, there's a dog that just went out market, catching onto the first.
Yeah, they even asked for. Yeah, they're ready for a flash.
You're absolutely right.
Leafs chill on this one.
I mean, this
showstopper online now.
This setup has been cooking for a long time. There's so many people there. Does it get
No way. Another?
Leaf done that?
Hey, dude, Nature's getting some.
Nature with an excellent response.
Another timing through mid. And this is a huge gap that EG has been abusing.
I mean, they've been
is it
making
the timing?
this area the map.
Whoa.
Onto net.
Oh, the boys 2v5.
This mid area is just.
I mean, it's EG's.
So crazy for EG.
They've made it their own.
Doesn't want to pick up gun. Doesn't want to let him know that he has a pretty good timing on this one.
Just has a stinger here. Does not seem to be
As a
interested
flash,
in any
it's
other
good.
What a flash! It's gonna hit both. He's gonna find it both. He gets
8.
the first. He has to switch weapons. Right click, not connecting. Buying
3.
Some time, nothing but 3 bullet tries.
Yeah, and the bullets just weren't here for it.
Derek with a massive round and
Derek and Nature 2v5 to put us to 11-11. It was a low buy, but still 2v5 nonetheless. Impressive.
Clinical. They know that they're not holding mid. They're finding all these timings, even with this early first blood from Leaf. And what seemed like a misclick from Superman. Excuse me. I'm cool with him like that. I'm cool with him like that. Yeah. Pulled out his flash on accident.
Yeah.
He did not mean to do that.
The first name basis.
And they still win the round. Heroics right now from the side of EG.
And it looks like there's a timeout for
2 timeouts in the space of 3 rounds, right? Did they do it at 9?
Definitely grilling his team right now. What are you guys doing? We were up 7-0. I'm sure he's not saying that, but
yeah, it's an insane comeback.
You guys are so close to winning these rounds. Just close it out. Play together.
We talked about this a little bit yesterday, but it does feel like the last couple of rounds are the hardest. Right, closing out a map, when you have a big lead, all of a sudden it evaporates. You're feeling the pressure. Like, where have we gone wrong? You imagine that's what a lot of that conversation is right now.
Especially when you're losing 2v3s where you're up numbers.
Yeah.
You really get
Ex-teammates, yeah, they were in phase together, right?
And it feels bad when you lose them because you're thinking in your head the whole time, I should have won that round.
Yeah,
this game would have been over already.
Yep.
All those thoughts going through your mind. And look at the scoreboard for the side of EG. Everyone equal.
This guy can't buy as well, so next round could be good.
Since that 3K on the bonus round, the anti-eco.
Frags by
what
committee
is the plan
They
for
find
G2?
Tied up after the disastrous start.
Late punish over towards A instead of fighting it early. They stayed back just in case someone goes aggro. Recon goes in to get info. They know with the camera it's well. You don't know it's only Cypher. They know Cypher's here at least. Drone goes in. Cypher's. A-Pop's doing work, man.
Reach comp's so good at that. So good at setting different players up for kills.
Yeah,
off the fault lines, off
they
the flashes.
They might have owned this
Derek has an ult in this
G2.
B-split.
One person can now hold this. Rotate can come in. EG have a sweet spot where they can hit, but it needs to be in the next 15-10 seconds. Oh, fade out goes over towards B main. They clear that so the B main guys can speed up. Wait, this is it, right? The thing is, they have to hold on to market because the afterplant over towards B is pretty bad, especially when Valorant's still alive with the vision block. Speaking of Valorant, he has an Omen flash, nade, retake. There goes the Omen flash. It's the guy over towards market.
Great utility from G2.
Derek, the first to fall. There's a paranoia coming out from Superman.
Net has been waiting for this. Whoa! Oh my. Yeah, nicely done. This was a good retake from G2, just methodical, right? Kind of like when you look over towards Split, where you're just taking like a little bit of ramp and then you go hold somewhere else.
Huge round win there.
Yeah, this was nice. Market first, priority. Pinched in. Omen flash was incredible.
So we couldn't support Derek in the market. Omen flash comes out onto the market.
Okay, one chance to close this.
Easy kills.
And considering how far they were up, I didn't think we would be saying that.
Didn't even see the guy.
It was a very nice methodical retake. You gotta shout out Net as well. They keep getting kills from this corner.
He sat in that corner, held it down
with the nade in his lab.
Yeah.
Yeah, Logic, it's twice now in impactful rounds.
Break some of the bleeding. Jonah P has his ult online. And it seems like a very similar
Yeah,
look
EG have
defensively to
two
what we saw
orcs,
in the
but
previous round.
it's not the best.
you see the
Cypher and an
adaptations, no
Omen,
early
like you
A
can't
fight
plan. Well, you can plan stuff
from
around
the
the
side
Omen.
of G2.
Yeah.
Cypher, obviously, you got to get that kill.
Not really interested.
Insta hit in, and I think this is smart because they have been walking over towards the site, but it's just have they fought ahead in terms of where they have to play in the afterplan.
A lot of utility used here on this site hit. For the
Like what
likes
is
of
what
EG.
is the
Only
plan
one
here?
flash left, I believe.
They finally clear that corner.
Surely Nature
Net still gets the kill.
gets the kill.
Leaf takes a bit of team damage. They killed the vision block. They could go to B main heavy if they want now. No Omen? Yeah, I think they're on for it. G2 need a hero player.
Now funneling out, now trying to take some of the space. 2 spits for Trent. What a shot! Has already fallen. Derek once again answering the call for EG. Jogama on the swing. No, it's Trent with a filthy flick. Magnetic.
Great molly.
And they did it land?
Wow, it didn't split. It didn't bend it to the back.
Leaving Jonah P by himself.
Yeah, and I love this wraparound from Apoff as well. Apoff just secured this one. And really nice, I tell you what, really nice from EG. They get the 2 kills. They realize that they've killed the smoker in terms of vision block. Viper most likely won't have his smoke here, and they can just play 3 people heavy over towards here. One goes all the way around to secure it as well.
What a comeback.
Yeah, this was great.
Such a sick match so far.
It's just map 1.
I think a lot of people out there were kind of counting EG out.
Yeah.
They didn't really understand who's Apoth, you know? How good is Super? Now they truly get to see why they're on this stage. Let's go. And the IGL getting hype. Love that from Nature.
They're feeling it.
Okay, EG now on defense, G2 on attack.
They're feeling it here. First round of overtime. G2 on the attacking side. No early space taken from EG other than Jogamo, who's flirting with a little bit of it.
Yeah, this
no
this
challenge
whole
given. G2
this whole setup really disrupts the whole we're gonna take A and hold one here. And that's why they decide to push with it. They break the trip. Jogamo almost went down. They invest the C's as well, and they insta split once they see the breach util. They see 2 people here, so they know that 2 people are over towards B. Omen flash misses.
Though, and it doesn't matter, Doug.
Apoff does not.
Apoff
Took a little bit of damage, but
Apoff is great.
Walks away with the gunfight win, and now a momentary calmness settles over the map.
Okay, a lot is on Derek.
Deep in this corner.
He can get 1. He's good. He might be able to get.
They try.
Okay.
Great trade.
He still gets his net 10 HP left.
Revealing area.
And once again, the round is thrown into disarray as you're seeing fights across
Apoff for the kill here. Apoff should trade that.
Superman and getting away with it.
Ah, this kid's too good, man. I've seen enough. This team's gonna be great.
10 HP, has the spike in hand.
NHP.
Talk about being there for your teammate, huh?
Apoth has just been nuts these last couple of rounds.
Superman delaying that fight.
Can't believe he gets an extra ding. Can't believe he gets an extra kill, let alone an extra ding. Oh.
Somehow manages to dodge the damage, gets the time.
Oh.
1 kill left. Battle of the IGLs. The mine's going toe to toe. Nature's gotten it to half. He's gonna stick it the whole way.
Damn.
IGL versus IGL.
Yeah, he sticks against a 10 HP. Sticks against a 10 HP.
He's not playing those games of Valorant.
Yeah,
no.
love this.
Ice in his veins.
You look real dumb if a 10 HP kills you and you're trying to stick. So.
And what great play from Apoth being there. Look at this.
I massively respect that, bro. Look at this.
Just in time to get the trade. Yep. Gets a dink onto Valen as well. He easily could have gotten a collat there.
Energy, thank you so much. Thank you for the prime.
Rookie game, rookie year, first land, 2018.
They want to go fast with this. Or I say fast. This is still their fast side control.
Not too shabby. EG have the lead for the first time all map. And maybe not a moment too soon. There's a one round away from taking
they
the
invest so much into that.
On this stage.
Like every single time they. Ooh, I didn't even notice the op was out. Yeah, and Apoff also hasn't had to worry about that the whole game, so it's a nice change up from Leaf to bring this one out.
Done with this map yet?
Very good
KP.
Adaptations from G2. Getting the op posted onto that
KP, thank you so much for the prime, mate.
With any lurk in mid, whether that be
Appreciate you, welcome in.
Who's been mainly there.
Notorious as well with the Prime. Primers are here. Thank you so much, man.
Not playing full retake.
3v5 and they decide to go aggro.
Great adaptations that they make.
3 seconds on fault line.
But we got 3 of the clutch gods right now playing together. And this, look at this flash off the tap. It's so clean.
It's hit them all.
Ooh.
But it's still not enough.
Would have to be the clip of his life.
Before, but 1v4?
This is very hard.
This is borderline.
Notorious, man. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for the Prime. Thank you for the kind words.
Potentially the makings of a miracle, but it's not even really playing.
Yeah, okay, I see that. All right, let's go again on this one. Shout out to Leaf. I thought this was a nice decision to get the AWP out. Hasn't been, yeah, it hasn't been used until now. They didn't have to worry about how they were peeking corners at all.
And that's why he's called the Professor, Doug.
Is he?
Fox 25 as well with the Prime. Thank you so much as well, mate. Welcome in. A lot of new subs today.
Schooling these kids in the
Appreciate
server,
you all.
seen it. All from this first blood. Later. That's a huge kill.
Oh, it's massive.
Yeah,
That's
it really
the
is.
first time we've seen Leaf off on this map as well in this series.
To bust that out in OT.
Perfect timing.
Is just
look at
bold.
Superman with a judge. Oh, no.
He's doing the Redgar.
3 kills he got.
He's doing the Redgar. Berlin 2020. Can't even remember what year that was. 2021.
There's no way that nobody would expect that. You wouldn't expect them here.
Yeah, he wants them
Bind.
to walk in. Let's see though.
Buys a judge on overtime.
Still decide to use utility to clear this close left corner.
He's an absolute lunatic.
Oh, this is
patient with
Oh my god.
Crosshair there. And the shell
He gets the smoke out.
He's got a TP, or is he gonna stay and take the
How's
fight?
he still alive?
Tries to get out, and he does so just in the
Damn.
nick of time. 30 HP and he gets away with murder.
Isn't that crazy?
Meanwhile, when that was going on, Apoff died over towards mid.
And that's why EG picked up Superman on this Omen roll. So aggressive. So sneaky, he gets out.
Dude, most players, they get out after their first. He stays, somehow gets away.
Fade Eye goes towards A while the util's down, clears everything as well.
Looks like EG overthinking it a little bit here.
Yeah, because the
info on the A
boom
side
bot
of the
didn't
map.
hit, so they wanna.
anywhere on the map,
Man, and
really.
he has to
G2
retake
cut
now with a
noise.
judge. He at least
this
has
Viper util,
his
this is-
flash to
this is
enable
why the
Jorgamo.
Viper is chosen by
Jorgamo
G2.
needs to make
They will
sure
feint
he doesn't
this
overextend
A
here.
pressure with that wall and
Because the
orb up.
Omen flash can actually get him a lot of kills.
But Jogamo not falling for it.
Early
See
fault
the
line.
spit come out, the flick onto net is
There
gorgeous.
he goes in. Where's that
You got the
flash?
dart, they're gonna have to try to deal with Jogamo satcheling back, 70 HP.
Where's
Jonah
that
P waiting
flash?
on the other
There it is.
side of the pillar as he continues to swing out, continues
Yeah,
to
and
take
there it
the
is, and they
pillar.
just carry on running forwards. Lovely util. Man, he buys a judge in overtime.
From start to finish.
My kind of guy. Such a stupid gun. You can buy it in overtime when you have, like, the guy literally has 1,600 credits left or something stupid.
Well, and Jogamo never left either. It was, it was
What a
perfect.
shot. And when he's doing stuff
Yeah,
like
that
this
was a
with
really nice
satchels,
shot.
you
This
know
util was
he's
good
on
as well.
point.
He literally hit both with the Omen flash. Like, Jorgamo definitely deserves a shout out as well. His aim was good.
Fucking go.
Y'all heard nothing. All right, he didn't say anything.
Let's flip and go.
Yeah, it's a
Dude,
family-friendly
Pacific
show
have been doing that all day.
Love the excitement.
All day.
Love the energy from this EG squad.
And you can feel the tension of the moment as they enter what is now going to be potentially the last round of this double OT affair so far. Both teams have called a timeout. So we have a few moments.
I
to
like
kind of break
that
down
they're
how
being a
we've
little
gotten
bit
to this
looser with it.
point.
I'm not gonna lie.
For EG, I was talking to Derek
But,
before the show
I'm not sure how long
started,
it
and
lasts.
I was honest with him. I was like, man, I'm not gonna lie.
They
to
won't
you.
get fined for that.
There are a lot of
You won't get
people
fined
who
for
are saying the
replays.
CG roster is better than people realize. He kind of smirked a little bit and goes, I mean, we'll see. They look good.
They are good. Great
Extra, dude. I'm telling you that
Putting in the
the Pacific
systems
games today were
required for them
insane.
to do great. Setting them up for success.
They were
The
massively
players just having
giving it.
to apply it. And they look like brothers out there. They look very comfortable with each other. Looks like everyone's having a good time. They all have the same mindset. And a lot of pressure on G2 because, I mean, they are supposed to be the favorites in this series.
Genji better than T1. I would
Sure,
love to
I
see
mean,
the
it is
matchup.
really tough to say when you haven't seen a team on the stage. right?
It's one of those where
We
it
could
looks
guess
like some of them
who
are better
VG
on.
might have
Like, I
been
think it would be
on
map
paper.
dependent.
Yeah, I
Like,
would
they
agree
look
with that.
really closely
I
matched.
will say too, as we think about G2 and kind of their DNA going all the way back, you know, this core that has been together for a long time, the wins that they put together are usually a little messy and a little scrappy, and they have to earn them. And, you know,
Quick
again,
thoughts
Valen
on
was
the
talking
Paper
about
X
this
comps today.
last week during
The
during
split
his interview.
should be a one and
kind of
done.
makes up
Should
this
be.
team.
We'll
That's
see.
what adds a little bit of grit
The
to
Ascent
them.
is legit. The Ascent is legit.
Resilience.
Yeah, we'll see if they can navigate this well.
So intense. What a game. Double OT already. But EG in the driver's seat. Another up.
You never know with Paper X, man. They can make anything work just because their players are they're just insanely talented, and honestly they do have good thought into it. It's not just like mindless. Like they have, even though they spent a week doing it, they have some pretty good protocols. Okay, EG's chance to actually close this one out.
Is that EG has done this AD fault, I think.
Lindsay, thank you so much. 10 as well. Thank you, Lindsay. Chat, you know what to do. You need to get some kind of slug spam going for Lindsay. Appreciate the gifted. Thank you for doing that. What the? What is that?
What an entry from top.
This guy is, I mean, it's a pre-fire. It's a straight up pre-fire. Lindsay, thank you so much. I do appreciate you.
He was there. That was purely reactionary.
He read
Again,
right
if you got
into that.
gifted, please say thank you as
Somebody
well.
else broke that dog. There could be a guy there.
What an opener for EG.
I mean, yeah, what a way to do it. Bilgamo also picked up the orb, one away. Keep an eye on Apoff, he's about to go middle and probably find the trip.
And that's why you see Nets so far back. Look at his positioning.
He's waiting for the top.
But he's been doing this every single time. Yeah, nicely done. And that's just awareness of ciphers here, you might as well shoot it anyway.
Getting so much info here. He's just a human drone at this point.
Bro, he just knows he knows where everything is though. He's just sussed it all out.
Layer to this passive defense that they had. They clear the trip, they clear the cam, and they call the rotate over.
Didn't even miss a bullet on it.
G2's
Holak as well, thank you for doing that, mate.
It's just
Appreciate the bits.
So far, but reinforcements are not too distant.
Close his door, has a cage, can hold on towards market. It's all about if they can kill Valen. I mean, it's... Yeah, there we go. Last kill on that one as well. Nicely done. What a comeback. Chat, they were 7-1 down. 7-1 down. I mean, 7-0 down if we're going from the worst it was.
G2's map pick as well. What a fight. Wow.
what a way to do it.
He was relatively quiet all game. Superman.
Yeah, Jorgamo really stepped up in like the last 4.
The whole squad closing it out.
I mean, overtime and around, pretty much from like 11-11, maybe even 10-11.
I mean, everybody, you mentioned it a couple of rounds ago, they were all fragging together. That was exactly what they needed to clutch back this round, this map win.
Logic as well, thank you so much for the gifted. Thank you for doing that.
People know this. But that last round was all because of Apop. He was 100% telling his team, come B. And instantly you saw on the minimap they came. Nobody.
Yeah, I think Apop's. I'm an Apop fan at the moment. He at least has a very good feeling on this map. Icebox is next, right? And that's what they picked. Icebox is gonna be cool, okay.
Red Bull gives you
I'm excited for that.
wings.
Yeah, just a shout out to all the new viewers as well. We have VOD channel on YouTube. Any game that you miss, we have all of them up there. And even Ryan has been kind enough to upload his China VODs as well for the ones that I'm missing as well. So literally kind of every map at the moment that's been played is up there. Orco Whale with the 5 months as well. Thank you for that with the Prime. Yeah, dude, she's impressive.
Hey guys, it's Jimmy
Okay,
Lin.
I'll be right back.
In this series, I'm going to walk you through attack on Pearl. Watch out for the stairs, clear this angle. You're going to be able to fight this.
Take my beat back. Take my beat. My beat. Take my beat back. Take my me.
And they are being met with G2. Your players towards the back. Leaf and Valin respond in kind.
And oh, he's just adding bodies to the count. Jorgamo unleashing fury.
He's ridiculous today.
I'm joined here by coach of Evil Geniuses, fan favorite Potter, after a really nice comeback on that first map. Now, last year, EG, they started with a loss in their first ever map, and their last map was a win against PaperX at Champions. How are you going to repeat taking a team with virtually no expectations to the top once again?
That's a tough question to answer in a short amount of time, but you know, we just have to trust each other. We have not had a lot of time to build the kind of synergy that we need, but this match rep right here, map 1, was all we needed to kind of warm up into it. It was a very slow start for us. Defense was kind of all over the place, and we had to burn both timeouts very early on. So I'm really proud of us, though, sticking in it. All of the guys were problem solving the whole time. The communications is exactly what's going to kind of pull us through and allow us to have a fighting chance this year. So it's great to see that all of the guys are looking pretty natural out there. They're looking pretty, I mean, it looked like a lot of effort, but they were having fun. So I think that's a good sign for the start of the year.
Yeah, you could sense the comfortability. Thank you so much for joining me, Potter. Best of luck on the second map.
Oh, it's happening again! They can't keep doing this! Bro, I mean, Potter said in
One
the
map,
interview,
bro. Like, relax for a second.
of many, potentially. Potter said in the interview, look, this team, I mean, specifically about Superman in that case, but I think it applies to everyone, they've got a lot to prove. These guys have a chip on their shoulder. Some of them have some sordid histories with teams, you know, in Americas as well, as we'll talk about in just a moment here. But EG, after being down, I mean, there was the second timeout of the game for them was called at 8-1 in the first half.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They really had to clean house, and my goodness, they made it look squeaky. 15-3, obviously, the longest overtime we've had so far in VCT Americas.
Yeah.
This year. And Georgia Mo, man, absolutely disgusting towards the end of that game.
I like what she says about the trust, right?
Hey!
Derek with the 100 Thieves Classic.
Wait a minute, what's that gun buddy?
Yeah.
He was a beast, though, and chip on your shoulder is exactly what I think he's displaying right here, right? He's trying to make sure that year that he just had, that was very rough. He admits to himself, Brent. You mentioned it.
Yeah.
And that was not on display here.
Derek is my boy for this, honestly. He's come out onto the stage. Listen, this map he's opened up, really stellar performance straight off the rip, I think. And he has got a lot to prove, but I think it's going to be helpful playing on EG because the expectations are going to get lowered again, right? Yeah. 100 Thieves, mad fan base. These guys are frothing at the mouth, honestly.
Look at this clutch percent. 40%, bro. Talk about rolling it back.
Rise, Derek 2022. Rise, Derek 2022.
Do we need to have a conversation about sample size or what, boys?
I mean, listen, I'm looking forward to the next match.
We don't look at sample size here. Let's just look at stats.
Don't let the truth get in the way of a good narrative. That's what I like to say. Speaking of which, we've got plenty of those being spun up on the other side as well.
It does at least
to share with us ahead of map 2, so let's go.
It's a very good sign.
Wrangled him.
I'm joined here by Josh
7-0 down.
Coach of G2 after a tough close loss on the first map. Leaf was playing pretty well. There's a lot of expectations on his shoulders given how excellent he was last year. How are G2 going to continue to bring the best out of that fantastic Leaf that we know?
He just has to keep playing the way he's playing, and we just have to take care of the situations where we should have won. I think it's a momentum game. Leaf is definitely like a vet on the team, providing like a common presence. So I'm not worried about Nathan, really. It's more like, can we keep our composure to close out the game?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining me, Josh. Best of luck for the rest of the series.
Hello, Lexi. How are we doing?
Similar to what we heard from Josh
I was
after that first
looking at the
match
schedule for
between
tomorrow.
G2 and Crew. He's basically like, things are okay. We've got to tighten up the
I think
comms a
it's
little bit more and try
a
to
long
execute
day,
a little
but it
bit
should
more
be good.
smoothly. Let's stay on this Leaf topic, though, because it's worth looking at him and the role he fills on this team. Seemed like a pretty great plug-and-play.
Wait, he's doing the 100 Thieves Classic, but he has the snake gun buddy. That's so funny.
When you think about him as a comic,
yeah, everyone in chat was saying that he had the had the skin. I didn't realize he had the snake gun buddy.
He was fantastic still, right? I think he's still kind of reaching that same level that he was on Cloud.
Kind of gave the money though.
So you are getting from Leaf. And what's important?
Kind of gave the
for
money,
G2
but honestly
here is
worth it.
I'm starting to see a pattern with not just the consistency of different players, but also the consistency of them on Sunset running away with leads that they had in these games. And Leaf slowing down, I think, is kind of part of that.
But honestly, I can't fault Leaf's play. I mean, this guy, he put up an above-average performance for most people in
Tournament
that role.
client? Oh yeah, I mean, tournament client, everything's, you get unlimited.
Players were scared to
That's
fight
true.
On G2 into
Damn, he really did own it.
You know, his counter,
He got the free dig on them.
I'm like, the entire time I'm saying, why are they fighting into him when he's got a showstopper? Leaf gets three kills.
Why does Derek have beef with him? I mean, he used to be on the team. He was on the team last year.
I don't know, just scared to fight together. You felt like just the weird timing's being taken by them. Heading into Icebox next, by the way, which is a map that we have seen G2 play. And it's another map where they had
Probably
a really
all
slow
in
start,
good
actually, when they
spirits,
played against
for
Crew.
sure.
Couldn't get a handle of the way that Crew played against them. So there's a
I
lot
think
of
that team
footage
actually
once
got
more
on
for EG to
quite a
really
lot.
take a peek at.
I would say though on Icebox they were running that Brimstone,
Yeah,
right?
the Brimstone was cooking.
And it was cooking. And
Didn't the capsule tier list, dude? I need to probably look at them all.
Adaptations that we're talking about.
I need to probably look at them. I did like I did a few little shorts clips, but
really
I need to proper sit down.
When Crew were playing for that backside control on A on their attack side rounds, and they were trying to get in, they just thought they were going to be given and granted all that space. Kesnet would just rip away two of them. Now, is there going to be a heavy hitter on the side of?
There's a reasonable break between the last game and Madrid, so that'll be when I start doing all of that stuff. Maybe some VOD reviews of China as well.
EG is actually, how are they going to play without the Demon 1 jet that
Yeah,
they used
Brimstone,
to be able to run? Like,
and there's a lot of footage out for this. There is a lot of footage. You definitely know how they like to play, and I think teams have played well against this comp, so you could just copy their game plan if you're EG.
So let's see.
Crew were so aggressive they disrespected G2.
Deadlock. Oh boy, we finally get it. Jorgamo on Deadlock. Deadlock, Gecko, KO, Killjoy, Viper. So Gecko to help them plant, Killjoy to do normal Sentinel rolls, and Deadlock to just stop them. Definitely the best map so far we've seen.
I've already talked about the difficulties of the retakes occurring.
I'm telling you right now, they saw that in scrims or something, they started stealing it, and they're like, I don't know how this actually works. Watch, EG is about to cook. Potter is so good at coming up with new things for her team.
All right, we need to find our footing. We're still reeling after the Deadlock pick, so let's find out if this one makes it to a map 3. And to back your casters, here's Doug and Baby Bay.
Thank you so much, Hoover. Dre, we've got to address the deadlock in the room here. Talk to me about deadlock on Icebox. I know there are a couple of people who feel very strongly about this pick. In your experience, what have you seen?
So, I mean, I think everybody thinks that Deadlock is a useless champion, but I've had the pleasure of scrimming against EG with this roster and Jorgamo playing on it specifically, and he is a monster on this character. You're going to see a lot of cool things that they do with the stun around that 410 area on the A site. You're going to see this guy run it down after he throws his little trap. It's crazy the way that Jorgamo plays it. It's almost like a duelist. You're going to see it. I know it.
It's almost like a duelist. Okay.
Deadlock,
on defense, raw. EG on defense, D2 on attack. Fast, Deadlock game, at least in VCT.
Jet is the way to go. They're running the Brimmy 2 with the Viper.
Yeah,
Insta wall down on pistol is
on Icebox.
Yeah,
but
takes a while.
He has looked cold on this Brim, even in the last series that they played.
Sneezing early. Normally I only get the morning sneezes, but here we are.
And look at how much value this early wall gets. You're gonna get so much info when they start breaking.
It takes so much spam. Yeah,
it's gonna take a while, right? You don't have to really the weapons to spam it down quickly.
It's so stupid. It's a knife it and then check.
Think about it.
The Deadlock sneezes. Yeah, I'm allergic to Deadlock.
They haven't made it very far.
It's super oppressive. There's so many traps and so many flashes on the field right now.
The dash forward from Leaf, the spam out on
Ooh, that was a great recon on top of this. How does he get that kill and stay alive? How is he alive? Oh boy, he is playing it like a duelist. He really is playing it like a duelist. Fair play. Smoke goes up, he gets behind it. Superman needs the biggest shout out here though. Like that was ridiculous. He shouldn't be alive.
Right in front. Get the info that there's multiple players there.
Reconned up while the guy's in the smoke. Still managed to win the first duel. Gets a second one. Smoke up so the Jorgamo can get the aggro kill, and then he managed to get another one as well.
Wrapping all the way around. You're gonna see really good setups here. I'm telling you, on the sides of EG.
We'll see what else they show. You can't imagine they deviate from their plan too much here.
Yeah, and B is a really... I mean, B's hard to duel. But with the deadlock,
A little bit of exploring from G2 confirms
I think it has a lot of potential. We'll see where the trips start to go once he gets a little bit more money.
Very quiet.
Suman's holding his tight angle.
No duelist? You don't need a duelist on this map. What choke point do you need to dash through?
It seems like Apop is aware though that they could be lurking around this kitchen area because Jogamo is already trained on that angle. He's not giving anything.
Oh, he's about to have to deal with what's on the other side. Oh, the timing.
Oh.
They've gotten into kitchen. Does Jog know? Yes, he does. Drops.
Didn't spot the other one, so Leaf might feel like he has a timing. Apop not even considering this one.
Got in a wrap.
Oh my gosh, he got hard swung.
What? I don't think his gun was out in the animation.
Something just clicked in his head last second. Wait, there could be a guy up kitchen.
Dude, I thought he had a knife out as well. I looked at it. He had a knife out. And then the guy gets an instant headshot.
Put together another flawless round. Of course, Caster Curse.
Lovely.
But it's another round in favor of the defensive side.
Beautiful. All guns saved too.
Yeah. Very, very nice.
3 Spectres, a Guardian online.
Picked up the gun that was dropped. They can buy an extra rifle into it, and we get 2 rifles, 3
And that's just such a hard
Spectres.
fight to win with a classic, Doug.
Oh, 1000%.
Enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
Now, I wonder if there's going to be any adaptations already from the likes of EG, knowing that they gave all that space to G2 up that tube area. I'll have to keep an eye on that.
Big rounds
As the
for
round
G2.
progresses. It
Yeah.
looks like they're already putting their KJ here. Apoth. Aggro turret to control that area, just as I said. Great adaptation already made.
Oh, that's nice. He
Trying
puts
to
the
check
turret
G2.
in tube, and then from the window, he drops an alarm bot down, and it's the good alarm bot where you can't walk past it, even with the Viper. Even with the Viper smoke. That's a nice default. That could get punished. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he can do that all the time, but
And you expect them to have
at least for the first time they
defensive
show
side,
this,
given
they
that
don't
you're
need to
pushing
worry
on a
about it.
double sentinel comp.
The hell are these traps over towards
in
B?
Apoth and Jogamo, but I mean, even just looking at the mini-map, that looks like it sucks, man. Like, where do you go?
And this is so sick from EG. They put the traps on B and already lean towards A.
Yeah.
Chat, if I was in a deadlock
So much
trip
passive info, the knife just
and I
snapped
used my
people
drone,
away. You got a little bit of noise mid.
does the stun go off?
Oh, here comes the flash play.
Leaf has to take a step back. Jogamo going forward. You
It
mentioned
does.
it. Holding W.
Pretty
Apoth
cool.
falls. Jogamo from up top, and now they
Look at this punish. Yeah, get out of there. Almost trapped his teammate. Almost. It was real close. Nice wall on this one. They get the info, and then you, in theory, can heavy a stack.
But that kill in mid
30
makes
seconds left.
Superman have to rotate
Yeah,
off.
these trips are
Not
great.
being able to play off these trips, but it delays.
Yeah.
Is it enough time?
There's the second.
The delay is so much.
And
The
now
boys
he's
are coming in.
from the deadlock.
We got
Can they
one
delay the
molly.
plan?
The Superman.
Viper Molly should be coming out anytime soon from Superman.
Whoa.
Another one out. You're right.
Honestly, the kill's worth more.
Oh, Jogamo falls. A great response from G2.
10 seconds left.
A 1v4 for Derek.
Okay, I'll
Surely
tell you what
too
though,
much to deal with.
good damage,
But
and
you
we've seen
see
some
of the
cool
gimmicks,
stuff.
You see some of the plan behind
They
Deadlock.
did enough
Great
damage
response
to
from
mean
G2 though.
that this is a massive swing
had
round in
Trent
terms of
not
this
gotten
one. We're
that
gonna
kill in
have
mid
2
early
people from
on,
G2 that can't buy
maybe
next.
Superman
Pretty
gets
much
2 or
everyone
3
from
kills
EG
there
that can't
with
buy
everybody
next.
being stunned.
Yep.
Very big possibility, but just the impact of that kill alone.
Should do. What are we talking? What's
allowed
going on
G2
here?
to take that
Jonah
V1
P's gotta have a
space
gun
for
at one
free,
point.
I
You would
really like
imagine.
what they did there.
Okay, there we
Chopping the
go.
wall, fighting the site, not being,
So yeah,
not letting
big swing
EG
rounds.
play that delayed
No
game
one's
that
getting their
we know
ults
the
in this round,
previous
so
roster
it
was
is
so
just a
well at playing,
normal
especially on
round.
maps
We
like
change up the
Pearl.
trips after showing
Nice
them as well, a
tries.
little bit further back.
So
Love
similar
this
in
trip
terms
over
of
towards
spamming and
B.
delaying
Makes a
first
lot of
plans.
sense with
Great
the
plan.
dash that goes
Oh,
in.
it's aggressive out from Leaf.
I like this from Leaf. We're 4 rounds in.
Yeah,
and
they're ready for this though.
he's already using Jet to his capabilities of getting on this top mid box.
See the different positioning on the sensors from Deadlock. This time a little bit further back by Yellow. Seems like they could be able to get onto A. Pretty free though. I mean, it's just a knife and then the
Oh,
molly.
can he? Oh, that makes a sound. Yeah, that makes a sound that gives info. Dude, he is stuck.
Yeah, you're right.
He is actually stuck.
Leaf doesn't get to play the game.
And I don't know if Apoff heard the sound of the
Sets him up for a
smacking
late
into the
lurk,
wall, but
I guess.
he was kind of close.
Balin feeling some of the damage. Jogamo from up top, able to take one.
What a
lift
flash.
as Nature
What a
rolling
flash from
back in,
Nature.
And there it is. The round is done. Leaf is left alone. There's that late flank that you were talking about.
This poor guy, I think he had to break it once his team all died.
Yeah.
But from what I said earlier, Jogamo plays this deadlock as a duelist. He got first contact there and repositioned.
Wait, so he wouldn't hear that, Saint?
And still,
oh, enemy can't hear it. Dude, I was so sure that enemy could hear that. Okay, we're learning.
Seeing a couple of instances now where he's playing it on the edge, right? He'll go out, he'll take a fight, and then he'll get away just with enough time to get a wall down, throw things into disarray.
And I like EG's game plan overall here. Jogamo starts.
They're gonna be so happy.
On his way rotating to A. He's
everyone gets 3,000.
They have the KJ turret.
It's a sick round for them to win, and now they can start getting some ults online as well. This is like the potential snowball for sure.
3-4 players on the site by the time the hit
G2,
comes.
after saving a gun, they can get 1,000 on top of him, so he can drop. They could buy, and one person takes a hit.
Take a look at that one more time and swing out.
What do I feel about playing no duelist? You can get away with it on Icebox and Sunset. That's it. Every other map you're probably gonna lose. But these two maps are so open for it.
For aggressive info.
You could like I'm not saying you're gonna lose, but you're probably gonna lose.
We might see our first deadlock ult.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll see if we get it this round. Drone early.
What do I think is the best capsule so far? I really like the Koi one. I like the Koi skin. I like the Koi card. That's like my favorite.
Look at the stun
and the spam.
And off of it they throw the grenade as well. That's sick. The stun goes off. You just throw the grenade. This guy gets stunned and then he gets insta crouched.
Still have control here.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when everyone's stunning over towards it. And what are you meant to do? You're meant to just walk out now into this. I like Deadlock over towards B. Saint, why do you play Deadlock over towards A? Look at this.
Yeah, but again,
when we play Icebox again, you're playing B.
You're still gonna have to deal with the KG util on the other side of the map.
Yep.
This stuff's sick.
They've gotten this far. How much further can they get? Trent up in Nest.
And EG is very comfortable here of giving the site because they have this Gecko ult. This retake's going to be huge. Look, here it comes.
Blaming the only Deadlock main.
How many people will he get with this?
I don't know that it tagged anyone. It was
Yeah, I don't think it did.
Huge kill from Trent.
Oh, I was going to say, imagine he gets out of there. Luck coming in. Luck, oh boy.
Derek's going to take it the whole way.
Balin doesn't, I mean, he can't do much. Yeah, and we're just going to insta-stick on this one.
On the round,
and he's on his way to another ult. 2 more on top of that.
And this is what I'm saying. He's 8-2-3. Wise early timeout from G2. Things are getting out of hand right now.
Let it be known that the single biggest point you made in your IMI document was that Deadlock should be played on B. Honestly, then respect.
I mean, I'm one of them.
Wait, how can IMI get this document and I don't?
Really good on Icebox right now.
Look at this.
Wait, actually, I think you offered to send it to me.
Because there's so many corners that you have to clear.
I think you've actually offered to send it to me. I'll take the hit on that.
Much utility to clear those corners and play the retake. They don't even need a duelist. And when you have Jogamo on your team, who like makes every character look like a duelist anyway.
It's just in ranked, she's a lot easier to play towards A.
So oppressive.
I mean, what a start. This is a nightmare to play against at the moment. The stuff over towards B is really cool.
Excellent start, and the scary thing is, Dre, is it feels like they haven't even really shown everything with this Deadlock. All of the setups have just been B. Yep. They haven't had to reach into the playbook for much more.
Sometimes
best rookie so far in VCT? Bro, there's so many. I actually don't think I can answer that easily. There's so many.
Comp like this, what you want to do is you want to try to bait out as much of the utility as
that might be a that might be a good video though, to be honest.
Right. On top of it, so it's not easy. It's not an easy.
That might be a good video because there's honestly about 10. There might even be more than 10 names that I think should be like on a list for sure. Erica, thank you so much for the 7 months. Appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, if they do end up be here, this is.
We've seen our first no duelist Icebox comp. Yeah.
Utility kind of leaning A, but they have nanos.
It took some time, but we're here. We've seen a no duelist, Icebox no duelist, Sunset from Paper X, EG and Paper X, the out of the box thinkers.
Towards that B side, with Superman as the anchor with these Viper mollies.
I mean, this setup is brutal, man. As soon as the sensors trip, the nanos pop off,
they actually make
swings, and the round is
B
over.
look hard to take.
The only success G2 has had so far has been fighting.
It's a really cool comp, man. Like, it is a really cool comp. Like, I'm interested to see it. There's a chance it might struggle on attack. It probably shouldn't just because of how the map is, but there's a chance it struggles a little bit. I imagine it has good stuff, but it's just like fluid in terms of how it plays. You can fight a little bit here, but you also have just so much delay on either side to make sure that rotates can come in. Like, it's really cool.
It's a fake though.
Keep an eye on the jet lag. Superman is really on top of this. Yeah, especially as this knife goes in over towards A.
Oh, they're ahead of it though. Wise to it already. Oh, first one found.
Should be traded.
He needs to stay alive. He's got the grenade. Oh boy, well, there goes the grenade. What a shot.
I mean, we didn't see it, but we heard it.
Yeah. Didn't have to see much. You got the brimstone up, backside, A-Paw sidestepping it. How much further can they get?
And now the Gecko has to break his own wall. Oh no, okay, I think it just timed out.
Still has some util. And they're going to swing out right onto it. Derek getting the kill on the Leaf.
Sova ult to secure this one.
Not a ton of health between the two either.
Gotta touch this early. You at least want the Sova ult to come out.
Time short.
Should be a save.
Yeah.
Yeah, and APOF 2 HP couldn't touch the... That's a shame. If they had touched the spike there, and APOF really couldn't because of his HP, but they would love to have actually got the ult out of them. It would have been a bit of a win. Can Jonah peek at one of these? Wait, we can get this gun.
And there you see, that's a perfect example of that.
Yep.
Okay, but in terms of like, can we repeat this? Walking up through B, they're gonna be expecting it more. It is definitely one of the plays that can work, but now they're gonna be more on it. Damn, look at that damage.
Doing so much damage. He hit everybody.
Wait, look at that damage he did.
With 3 kills.
That's a big round.
Really stepping it up for his team. And
I'm not sure anyone else did any other damage.
G2. So although they're losing 4-2, they've been focusing on building those ults. Maybe they can snowball from this point on.
Early wall, op online.
The op.
What is this? The deadlock op.
You can just tuck in, and then when they start shooting your wall, you can swing out. Yes, honestly, it's got some legs. And then they start rushing you, and you just grenade.
You know, they figure out, wait, we can just slow walk the sensors. Now you're going to have to deal with an op on the other side, and there it is, value found. Leaf on the trade, though.
Yeah, it almost worked. He almost got the nade off. I like that.
For one,
damn.
Usually leans for their attacker side, though.
Kind of sick, man. Saint, why are you not opping it? We're not opping in our rank games.
I mean, this is
on deadlock.
Painfully quiet round up until this point.
I want to point out, EG is so smart for not over-rotating to be here.
Yeah.
Because that's the expected reaction, right? Your deadlock dies. The op is down. You saw 2-3 people towards B. Look at that. It just confirms it. Superman pushing all the way through B, getting the info. They're so confident this is an A hit right now. And what can they do?
Yeah, you've got the KG Util holding mid, and that's going to allow...
What the hell is going on there with the gun? This is a visual bug. Don't worry, had the gun out, promise.
The lockdown's there. Are they going to be able to find their way out? Nature surely is not. You've got Derek and Apop who are playing.
Yeah, you got it back out of there, boys. Keep an eye on the flank on this one. Whoa, we go for the plant.
There's a flank out, but it seems like Ned is ready.
And we
taking his time. That was very, very smart from Super.
Are about to go down, or oh man, that is so unlucky.
Again. Just so unlucky.
Been a few of these. Has been a few of these hackless. Got Dubra to plant, or to defuse. Sorry.
They've got some util they can play with.
Early molly out.
Yeah, making sure there's no playing on the other side of that box. Wingman is off.
Uh-oh. Not halved.
Wingman's dead. Just like that. You're right, not able to get it halfway across the finish line. Apop has taken so much damage. Derek has to play a little bit aggressive here. Tries to isolate. The fight's not able to connect on.
That is nice after-plant position from G2 though. They really had good positions for sure.
Us pro players, we call that the forbidden triangle setup. You got one on belt, you got one close gen, you got one 410. The triangle.
Please tell me that's actually what it's called.
Yeah, we do call it
triangle.
Yeah, the forbidden triangle. And you know what was crazy is we're putting the KJ ult down, but we're not waiting. You know, we're going early and catching them off guard. So the mind games from G2 are already playing a factor into this game.
And that forces them down to eco. With the eco, they put the They put the deadlock wall up and the Viper. Hey, they got some good stuff, man.
I'm good.
They got some good stuff with this.
We'll try this side.
Lot of thought has been put into this.
Derek has his ult again.
And we're only seeing stuff like I imagine they have a switch as well where they get.
What? Derek does not have his ult. Available in this round anymore. Oh, that's a good flash.
That is a good flash.
No committed kill there.
No, but it was close. You see Dogma is now trying to join in on the fray. Maybe get a kill. These spams with the sheriffs proving to be a problem.
And EG just play off of each other so well there.
Three people here
at different times, but the perfect times.
The KO knife could be
There's so
pretty.
many smokes here. The knife is going to tag a little bit. They have to take a step back. Trent is really far up, and he's by himself. Will they leave him here?
Yeah, and they called to go back, but Superman is in a position where he could hear them early if they decided to run, and it is now just a cut of sound and they re-hit the site.
And then there's silence.
EG very smart though, not biting on any of these feints that G2 have thrown so far.
And this is not off utility. This is up close and personal. Trent waiting on the other side of it. He has to jump spot and try to clear both. APOS with 3 on the round. The Sheriff doing work.
Oh, so close.
One
On
bullet.
the left. He's going to have to take a step back.
He has ult.
Reload.
Dude, he has alarm bot. He has ult. He's got a lot. He can alarm bot to the left.
They're going to have to take the fight to them. They're stuck on the site. They have no choice. Superman on the flank. Just a stinger.
He's pretty early.
They know where Net is. He's dropped
Oh.
him. Another clip.
Damn, how the hell are they winning that round? How are they winning that round? Nice 1v2. APOF did unreal damage. He killed 3 and he got a body shot onto 1 more as well. Puts the ult down, the insta push. Oh, gets the upgrade as well. Damn.
3 1-deags in that round.
Thrifty.
3 deagle kills.
There's the first for the Red Bull clutch for EG.
Beautiful.
You got to shout out Nature there. Nature gives him 2, to be honest, with the distraction.
So many clutch moments from this team so far. Chocobo 9 and 5 opting on the deadlock again.
1 away from his ult.
We finally get to see it over towards A though. Double rope.
The early knife,
Knife goes in close. He is actually playing it like a duelist. He gets his orb on this one. He gets his ult. APOF is dueling on Killjoy, on Icebox. Aggro over towards A. Close wall goes in.
Did he get a spam kill
Wait.
through the mid-smoke?
And he still wins that?
Net falls. Trent maybe finds something special there.
Lovely shot. Well, 3v5. They need to relax. Viper needs to somehow get out of here. Did great though to get a kill.
Able to take care of Superman. Numbers advantage in favor of the defense, so.
Oh, the timing.
Oh, he managed to dodge the fish here. APOF has to worry about every single angle at the moment because he was playing duelist Killjoy.
On right now. I'm not even seeing any of these kills, but I'm just hearing 1 bullet at a time. And he's getting headshots.
He's efficient.
He's
And that was just accidentally flaming Prius.
The destroyed trip should confirm where Trent is. No armor.
Does he invest the Viper ult in this 1v3? That's the question.
1v3
I'd be tempted to.
76 HP.
Yeah.
He does.
Question answered.
Hard with this ult. You normally just get spammed out.
Here, Trent wins.
42 HP now. The potential to do it on his own. He gets the first tries to spam.
Yeah, I love the idea with the ult here as well because you can just give them info and you know that they can't put any mollies down.
Yes, sir.
They're playing these situations incredibly well.
And you know what? I think the KO ult is very smart there.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
They pick up the op as well.
Feeling himself. Trying to get in the heads
Both of them join in.
I like it.
Hey, up 3 rounds. You're dealing with the deadlock. KJ on the other side.
Oh.
When Derek is feeling it like that.
1 enemy remaining.
Look at that. This little pixel.
I mean, we might see the Derek of old.
I got him. This team is so fun to hear.
Op still in
Op
hand.
is still out.
This time a little bit of
Deadlock
focus
over
mid.
towards middle this time with this one to take the shot.
Where?
Double trips down. Again, the same trip in terms of them dashing. These ones that are like the Cypher trips on the sides, they're really cool.
Derek has been an absolute menace on this side of the map.
The flash connects on both.
Both, yeah, two. That's good info. Do they have any idea this guy's here? Doesn't look like it. None of them are even holding it.
A crazy timing.
When he gets the flashback and they go to shoot it, he's gonna swing, I imagine.
Of noise, the
So
introduction of doubt.
Would they be fine to lose
So
it?
patient is nature, not overextending.
The silence and the starving of information.
Very smart.
Yeah,
right here.
patient
Nice
on
bait
this
switch
one.
that's
4
gonna go
people
on.
coming his way.
Derek's gonna get first contact if they walk through the main.
They're headed right to him.
How many will nature get is the question.
I mean, he can just let him walk by.
It's such a weird situation, man. Yeah, and Derek's managed to finally now
that's
get to an
it.
angle where he
Solid
can
fake
actually
here.
just watch
Again,
behind him, so
remember
he
they
doesn't have
tried
to
this at
start
the beginning of the round.
180ing.
Nature should get all
Okay,
the
and
info
it is
here
just a fake, and it's
call
just
the fake,
like
but the
Nature's gonna
rotation's
swing
already
out and
coming
just
in
get him,
from the likes of
right?
EG.
Oh, he has a free Sova right here.
To strikers now. But again, it's only one because the rest of the hit is intended beam.
Oh, nice shot.
Leaf finding the space.
Yeah, and it caused a rotate. We get a really
spike
nice
out
shot
on
on
its
this one.
side.
We
It's
still
gonna
have
be
a trip
planted.
that is over towards back
Courtesy
of
of net.
yellow.
And Superman trying to get ahead of that timing, but barely off. A second too late on that one way.
Gilgamesh still has his
Gets
ult.
punished by Leaf.
Placing swarm grenade.
Dumping some of the utility at the foot of the spike.
Knife goes close onto sight, so
And
they
then
know that
confirming
Jorgamo
there's
can
nobody
take
close
more of an
by.
aggressive
Jorgamo
angle.
with ult,
Still
with
have
up.
nade to make him crouch.
Beautiful.
That's on his head.
Back yellow's already confirmed. There's the alternate tag.
Oh
goodness, what a
my,
shot
what a
from
shot.
Derek has already started to defuse. He has to take a step back for just a moment. He's the only one
Wow,
left
Leaf
up.
is responsible for I mean at least half of these
Great
rounds.
post plant. Great post plant. And that's all off the likes of Leaf again at that B site.
Yep.
Besting Superman in these 1v1s. And I like the idea. I like the idea from Superman. Realizing that it is a fake. A second sooner, and that might be a whole different round.
I think if
that one way pops up before Leaf sees him, he's able to cross the yellow. Get a couple. off
I
those
don't think he
deadlock
knew
trips.
exactly where the server was coming from. I'm pretty sure if he swung left after getting the kill on the right, he had a
A
kill.
lot of aggressive energy from both teams today. I don't know if like these teams just hate each other or something, but
Everything here is so high level.
maybe
The
a future rivalry that we're getting to see
the
right
EG
now.
comp is like a lot of thought
Timeout
process
called
behind it. It's
from EG
nice.
here.
I think it has multiple
They're
uses.
still hanging on to a 2-round lead.
Like I could see them run this
Seems
the
like
whole
there's enough
season,
for
and
Potter
it
to
just
wanna
looked
get
pretty
involved in the
scary the whole time.
conversation.
Yeah, and Potter really known for trying to win out these type of rounds, right? Where the money's dodgy, trying to catch enemy teams off guard.
The nade,
And
it
they
only
practice
it
these
only
like
tells
that
you when you
scrims,
try to remove it.
specifically.
Right,
There's a
that's
lot
when
of
you can hear
rounds
the
where I was
sound.
playing and I had enough money for just a solo Vandal, and Potter would be like, "Hey, just go for it."
Yeah.
Do I like
Set you
MF
up,
Doom? I've
go
heard
for it.
like
See if
3
you can win this
songs, but I
round.
liked all of them. So yeah, I think I imagine
So
so.
really
Not that I'm
practicing
like an avid
multiple different ways
fan,
as the EG squad.
but
Well, it seems like they're putting that
like
trust
what I've
in the
heard.
hands of a couple of players here. Derek's gonna have
There
a
it is.
Guardian. Apoth is gonna have a Phantom.
Scrappy buy, but they practice moments like these. Here you go. This might be one of the first rounds we've seen KO towards the B side of the map off the rip.
Yeah,
The
I
likes
think
of
you're right.
EG. Early dagger here. Jogamo taking that aggro space.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy play. He comes in. They are so ready for it. How aggro does he get? Might be regretting this one. Yeah, and lovely from Valen to protect his teammate here.
Great response from the leader.
Great fundamentals.
It looks like Nature's gonna try his hand at this as well. Has a Sheriff.
Just creeping up, trying to get info. I think Nature spotted Sova there. And Leaf just loves this close angle.
There's a lot more than just Sova on the other side of this.
Yeah.
But it seems like that's enough for EG to have seen and call for the rotate. Derek has made his way over. Leaf already dashing back sight. No one back yellow. There is a little bit
Got a
of
lot of
resistance
delay
there.
here, but
Waiting
it's
on the
like,
other side of the wall, and that Brimwall
yeah,
is
that's a nice
perfect.
Brimwall. 5 HP. How's Derek got
Derek
that
gets the
shot?
best of Valen.
Straight through smoke.
Superman ultimately
Is the
followed Leaf playing
okay? Doesn't
aim
hear the
smoke.
reload.
What a rat peeks out.
Mate,
Gets the kill
Leaf's
off.
aim
Derek
right
is
now
perfect.
is
The timing is
scary.
methodical, it's
If he
flawless.
keeps this aim up on the defense, he actually might
Now
just
Nature
lock
and
down
Apoth
A.
left alone. The Phantom's still in the hands of the KJ. It's going to be a late push towards mid. I know that you're going to get enough room to work with. In a 2v4 like this, there's no flank, there's nothing like that. It would have to be ridiculous.
Yeah, and we see the save
Weapon
coming with these
scooped up.
guns. Last round save, don't need to worry about money
go
too
for
much.
this? Waited a little while. It seems like they're going to try their hand at it. Apoth lit up. They both fall.
Okay,
That's another
maybe
round
not
for
with the
G2.
save on this one. The only person that takes a bit of a hit with that is Superman. I don't think he can fully
looking pretty good for the likes
get a
of
full.
G2 against a
Yeah, we also have no idea how this is gonna look on attack. The overwhelm is disgusting. Like the overwhelm and the strats you can do is disgusting. Gotta say that I imagine on attack you're gonna see like you know the grav net and the gecko molly. Those two combo like incredibly well. Like they're pretty much free kills if you get them onto the right spot where someone is. So you're gonna see a good combo with these at one point. I would imagine for an A hit. Covers pretty much most of the back of the site.
He's been beaming this half.
Post plant you two as well. Yeah, I mean everyone's got nades.
This is why G2 picked him up.
So yeah, in theory, like it kind of does everything well. The issue might be planting, but that's what Dubra is for.
Further up, got the turret further up. We've talked about this wall a couple of times, B, but it seems like they're a little bit more intent on pushing aggressively.
G2 right now just trying to bait out utility.
They've waited out the wall. They've cleared the turret. Apoth is going hunting. He's by himself. And Trent seems like he knows.
And the the two sentinels on this really have been given so much freedom. It's pretty fun.
To feint this B pressure.
Wow. Leaf is up by himself. Oh, he's up by himself.
Eric's been looking nice.
It seems like he's gotten past the Viper wall.
Yeah, that's an important kill. Gets early info as well. That means that the deadlock can now kind of shift over. And especially when we're holding over towards middle and get that kill, you would think that this one's done. Do we have a grenade for when they cross? Yes, we do. Nade goes in. It's so sick, man. It's so sick. Fish comes in as well.
Net gets the best of them. Invest the ult. They're so paranoid of another flank.
And one person's gonna stick on site here to stop this plant. You would think.
Try.
Yeah.
They're not gonna get the spike down.
Yeah. Okay. Don't even worry about it. Nicely done. 7.
7-5 half.
Switching sides.
Derek online right now. 13-7. Leaf 12-8.
Yeah, you wanna be involved in it, Saint, for that one.
And you know what? I don't blame Lee for going for these plays because honestly, half the rounds they won on attack were because of him going for stuff like that.
Yeah,
the contact jet plays.
Yep.
Which I think was a great adaptation that G2 made.
Man, if you're G2, how on earth do you wanna approach this? You wanna go aggro on A, I think. I would hate to hold A site against this
Thank you very much. Yeah, deadlock getting picked here for the first time in VCT. We're going to talk about that also. Brendan Hook, hit the gritty right now. There we go. Big go. Now we've got everything.
Let's go! Let's go!
That was okay. So ridiculous. Obviously, G2 want to push up deep on that B side.
Is that a recreation of what we just saw?
Is that what that was?
Yeah, they were cooking.
Right. It wasn't one of them cursed cakes you had to bake for content. No. Tell us about this real quick because G2 cannot get onto that B side to really set up and play that deep brimstone-based hole.
Dude, they are cooking. I mean, this wall on the pistol, you can't get through it. They have a re-clear setup with the Gravnet, and Jogamo's just fighting it like a duelist. He's buying the off. I mean, this really stumped G2 for the first quarter completely.
And then the sound sensors too. You get the wall in mid. That shit is asleep, bro. Look at him. He can't get out. It's so funny.
That's brutal. It's actually brutal.
Watch the rest of his team die. Watch the value here. Watch the value. Grab that into the stun, dude. Leaf has no. I mean, he's getting destroyed. But I'm really curious how this is going to work on the attack side as well.
Yeah, the rebound ult.
Oh,
nasty business.
Dude, that ult is going to be so good on the attack side as well. That composition, it might look really defense-sided, but it's got really big ultimates to work with and a flash dizzy combo. EG are going to cook on the attack side too. I'm telling you, they got the strats.
That thing is crazy. Any combination with the dizzy
They're
is
so
insane.
pumped.
And then you also have 4 mollies or something like that. These executes are going to be tough.
We got way more
to be honest,
than
it's
that.
kind of credit to G2 that they actually managed to figure stuff out on the fly, but it's not
6
over yet.
in there.
They only managed to get 5, and like I said, I think they're going to be under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it feels like it's taken every little bit of calling prowess and discussion to see, how animated everyone's been on G2 to try and figure this out. Let's get the second half underway. Back to our casters. Brendan Hook, hit the gritty.
I was just going to hit the gritty.
Thank you, gentlemen. I think they just made fun of us. I didn't hear what they said, but there was a whole lot of laugh at the end of that throw.
Aralid with the 8 months. Thank you so much. Thank you so much with the prime. Appreciate you.
He's able to find any success with it. You're already seeing some of the dizzy combos. Nothing found yet.
Chuck that was.
And if you're G2,
nice.
you do not
Got another one
want
for this?
EG to get the bomb down because of those 3 mollies, because of the deadlock ult. All the utility that they have, you have to disrupt these hits.
There's so much to navigate. You see the defensive killjoy utility towards A. That's where the spike is headed for now.
Superman could
Nature holding on to his knife still.
just find a good.
I like these contact.
Actually, no, that would catch your window, right? You do this right.
Rope as well for backup.
They're quiet with it, but there's help here. G2 have 3 members and the killjoy utility. There's
Wait,
the
that
first
is a
clear.
lovely
Jogamo
shot
died on
over
the opposite
towards
side of the map.
B.
They're trying to strike simultaneously on opposite sides, and there it is.
Wow.
The trap has been sprung. Clip runs dry there for Trent. A pop up in heaven, 48 HP. It's
Dude,
just
if he got
Superman
that
now.
kill, this
Crucial
would have
kill
been
from
pretty
Valon there.
close.
Nice setup from G2. And that's what I was speaking about, disrupting the
30
hit.
seconds left.
Wall comes up, utility comes up, trades
Yeah, we talked about
everywhere.
it earlier, Rando. It's really good.
Poor Gecko dies, planting the bomb.
Things you hate to see.
Poor guy, man.
Superman does have full armor.
I mean, this is the
10
low HP.
seconds
Ah,
left.
I thought just gonna push the low HP. Yeah.
You get to see him get shocked right
10
here. Oh
seconds
no.
left.
Oh, it whiffs. He has
Chuck
a
missed.
chance.
Free
Down
plant.
low.
Faces the low HP early.
It's a slim chance, but there is a chance.
Oh.
He only gets one.
I tell you what.
You
Maybe.
just never know when this guy's in the server.
Yeah, a little bit
yeah,
close.
for sure.
Okay, 1-1 in terms of the
Valon's gonna
pistols.
get the defuse. That's now 3
But
points
this one,
towards
so that's
his
pretty
ult.
cool.
That's a big
And
round for
2-2
G2.
altogether. Everyone got the
Yeah, and
1-1
just-
pistols.
A nice setup, nice contact play. I liked what EG was cooking up, but the trades ultimately came through for G2. Maybe the utility wasn't as good as it could have been after they broke that Killjoy Molly onto site for the actual
Agree.
hit.
I mean, yeah, come on.
Maybe a knife.
Maybe
Something
a
would have been good
That's
on
a
an actual
given.
hit.
Yeah.
Make sure that Viper wall doesn't go up.
Here. We'll see what they do here on the side of EG. It's just a ghost in the hands of Apoth. What do you have?
Heavily relying on Leaf to anchor this B side. Quite the difference compared to EG, who had Superman there.
Yeah.
Close to the half.
He's got the Bulldog. He's been tagged. There's the challenge.
Beautiful.
And I mean, you have to force the swing there, right? Like, you
I mean,
know
yeah,
that
when you've hit him with the
jet,
knife and you know
probably
that you
have a better
can't
gun, but
dash
you
out,
gotta
you gotta
punish.
just everyone swing
It's
it.
just a gun diff at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Not much you can do there, but there's always a chance. If they get that kill and he doesn't dash out because he got knifed, that could open up the entire map again, right? So you gotta go for it, like you said.
Red
We're starting to hear some of the rotations come through as G2 cleans
That's
up
a nice
EG in
cleanup.
flawless fashion.
Halfway to 3 away from Brimble, halfway for the Soverall. Ledger really had to go and say they're gonna have a sick attack off, didn't they?
Valon getting close to that Brim ult.
But let's see. We
Nobody
got a
really
lot of
close for
util.
ults on the side of EG. Just kind of going through the motions in that eco round.
Enemy kill.
That is 2 first bloods there for Leaf at that B area. We'll see if they decide to switch his positioning up this this round. Still at B, on top of yellow this time. Looks like he has a really good read of how Jogamo likes to play this side of the map.
A little bit of space taken.
And they're just waiting for something aggro.
Really aggro.
Yeah.
From a Sova.
It seems like they want to keep going too. With Valon over his shoulder, they're taking some of the space.
I like that. Leaf just doesn't like what he sees there. He's like, I'm gonna back off. Let me play some spam. Got the KJ Molly to delay. Plant.
Or picked up for Derek.
Gecko half
Little bit
away.
closer to having that
Over
ult
half
online.
away.
Spike's not even in
I'm
hand
telling you,
right
the
now.
one
EG
Gecko
are
change
just
they'll
wanting to
make
feel
probably
things out,
at one
see
point
if
they'll
they
give him
catch
an extra
anything.
orb.
Meanwhile, that aggression defensively from
I can definitely see Gecko getting extra orb added on this year. That is a lovely
What a
shot.
shot from Derek wins the 1v1 on Leaf. And this opens up a lot of options for
While this
EG.
is happening as well, Apoth gets a little bit aggro over towards A, so if they want to switch back over towards A, they can. They send a fake wingman in. You think it has the spike. Wall goes up.
Can Net cut things off?
Hey, we need to specify the walls these days.
Derek too
Deadlock wall also goes up.
Yeah, he's got to know. He's got a Vandal too.
And they stroll on towards A. I really like the fake wingman with no spike. Wait, what? Won that extra jewel?
Valon and Jonah P left alone, and it's now just Jonah P in 1v5. It's a great response from EG.
And it all stems from that pick that Derek got.
Kernmaster with the
Leaf
3 months.
all the way in
Thank you
the
so much
back
for the
B.
prime. Thank you very
Opens up
much,
the
mate.
entire map. Makes G2 be loud about
Six
the
strat.
rotate.
Fair play.
APOP,
Sacho
not
was
scared to
right.
Take that space back from G2 and challenge if they are there.
And on a map where the rotates are the longest,
Derek doing Derek things,
doing a convincing fake is perfect.
That's what happens when you go up against the likes of a player like Derek, who's mechanically very, very talented.
So EG take the lead back.
Gecko Wall online that quickly, Doug. That quickly.
And it's early.
Look at that.
Sit down.
And you mentioned how aware Derek was there to clean that up. Net may have had a timing.
It all stems from that 3 HP. You guys can have him.
Up in the hands of Leaf. Still playing top yellow.
He's been solo B, I think, almost every single round so far.
Yeah.
There's nothing really changing from the likes of G2 setup.
No.
But this is more just G2 trying to play the exact opposite of when they played last time.
This time Giacomo really pushed up.
Trying to mix it up and just make sure at least for like the first 5 rounds or so, it doesn't look exactly like the last time they played in terms of their demo that they leaked. I say leaked. The demo that they played in terms of that game.
Giacomo now starting to creep forward.
Oh, this is so crazy.
Look at that though.
It's a game of centimeters.
Oh, it's so tense.
Yeah, okay, super aware that it might have happened. Official goes over, we look over towards A, and honestly, with that kill they did heavy rotate. They just didn't think that one person would be doing this on their own. Tap of the spike, they give this one to Wingman to go do it. He can take the risk. Safer plant though, so they, I mean, he's dead, right? Yeah, nice util.
Fails his mission.
Good delay. They're so confident to just leave the brim here when he has his ult.
Maybe third time's the charm.
So much delay utility from G2.
Ult got picked back up. They finally managed to get the spike down.
And I like this from Net. He takes a jewel behind and then he doesn't fully commit. No one's close to hear him run away, so he goes and joins his team. But the pressure's already there. Nature can now call that the killjoy's there, and Viper should not have to worry about behind. But yeah, just the pressure being there the whole time means that Viper can't join. Can't join in with the team.
You let this one go.
So yeah, shout out to G2 here, especially Net. Net played this very well. Net played this very well, and I like the fact that Valen, with his ult, they can feel like they can heavy rotate because he has double delay.
But still delaying that plant for so long. Yeah. And Leaf besting Giacomo again.
Did I watch any of the Rise team? Yeah, I definitely did. Maybe only like 3 games. 3, 4, 5 at a stretch, I would say, back in the day.
And you got to think
it's
maybe
a while,
Giacomo has to play this B side of the map a little bit more patient because Leaf so far has had his number. Maybe he thought Leaf was already rotated off.
I mean, he was plenty patient.
He was.
He waited a while, but you're right.
Smoke goes in to try and get an AWP. They really wanted to get Jonah P to get an AWP here, but as soon as they heard presence, they decided to back out. Wanted to play this one safe, especially considering how impactful this round is if they can win it. Don't want to take any risks on this one. KO ult gets popped. That's the only ult for the attackers. Jonah P, if he gets a kill, gets his ult.
Look at Valen.
Great Gecko flash.
Not able to find anything yet. That's a deep wall.
But the Viper Molly
got a lot of delays, but obviously the KO.
Start to see the spam to try to clear it out.
The KO ult is everything. I think Giacomo might have had a chance to win this round right there. Got to keep an eye on Superman. He did luck down and he took a jewel during this. Nice trades on this. 2v2, and it's a huge 2v2 in terms of the econ. Superman was spotted middle. He then was quiet for ages, and now he has pretty good timing.
Superman, Doug.
But does Nature creep forward to draw some attention, create some space for
What
Superman?
a weird round for G2 to be in at the moment.
There's the first swing. It doesn't connect, and now you've got to understand that there's likely a flank. Trent trained.
Did he see him?
On the angle. Takes a little bit of damage. They're both weak.
Great Molly.
A great Molly.
Can he make it to B in time? Opts to stay.
Nah, he can't.
15 seconds left. I don't know that he really had much of a choice. He still has to deal with the 1v2. They're both very weak. 42 and 50 HP.
Surely not.
He's got plenty of armor. Oh my god. He's got plenty of time. No utility. Guns on the other side. Trent.
Great jiggle from Trent.
The first leg shown. And Leaf cleans it up.
They played it really nice. Played it really well though. From G2 in the 2-on-2.
Jiggle.
Yeah, They had each other's back the whole time. This is a very nice try on this.
Baits out the shots.
And G2
Leaf already knows what to do from that point on.
can potentially get a little bit far ahead with this round that's coming up. The money is not here.
Good on their sight hits,
but
EG not able to get that bomb down. Maybe need to plant in a different spot. Maybe plant more in the open where that Viper Molly isn't landing on default.
Yeah, it feels like they need to kind of... It's weird because they kind of need to plant where Fnatic do. But, or maybe top of sight. Could be worth trying. I don't know.
Like us out there.
Yeah, NT.
NT.
Leave still with op.
Because normally, say you have a Sage comp, you normally have like 1, 2, 3, and then when all of these fail, you do the wrap around and you do like the safer Fnatic plant, which would be like your 4th plant. But with a Gecko, it's a little bit interesting. Leaf has been single-handedly making this one a lot easier for G2.
The whole idea is if the Gecko flash comes out from Rafter.
Ooh. Whoa, with the ult as well. Did he hit the guy's sight?
Gonna be using the ult. Our little guy was on solo mission there.
Man, Trent.
Yeah,
Yeah, nice cover from his team as well. Trent did fantastic on this one. Was just a low buy. They did decide
I'm gonna break it down again.
to try a split. Honestly,
smoke on the orb was to deny Derek's Gecko Eye from seeing him. Allows him to get pushed up in the aggro spot. We break the turret for our teammate. We get the first blood. Beautiful. Beautiful setup for Leaf there. And this is what we see G2 do so much with their previous duelists, whether it was Saya, whether it was Tex, setting them up for success.
Yeah, they did that really well there.
So important to do that. Leaf finally having an amazing performance.
I mean, he's gone aggressive again, eh?
yeah.
Very
That's literally exactly the same thing.
That's that conditioning that deep smoke on the orb.
This time Jonah P's up with him. This is a really nice defensive setup from G2. You've got the alarm bot mid, you've got aggressive space past 410A, and because of that, you can lean 3D.
What?
I don't know how or where that shot came from.
Yes, he just saw his gun.
So Jonah P has been playing that spot quite a bit in Nest that sees
In reaction to losing one, G2 want to get some info and they double push Tube. And that just means they can hard fast react in terms of whoever gets info, or they try and get their own info. And yeah, ready with the double hold as well. Nicely done. And
Leaf and Trent with plenty of money.
how clean? Well, that's info. How clean can they make this? One.
Drops the first, still a 2v4.
Oh, surely Leaf heard the step in kitchen.
I would think so,
Yeah,
yep.
he did.
That op is staring right at it.
Still so tough for Leaf here.
They're just so heavily outnumbered.
Yeah, this has got to be a save.
Yeah.
Honestly, if he can just get out with the op, that's a W for G2.
Yeah, I don't know that Trent has the
He's
same.
going for it.
A shorty.
Money's really good for G2, but
They both fall. Yeah, they
if they win a few, if we want to carry on buying an op, it will stack. It will actually make a difference.
And I speak so much about fundamentals. We get the first blood on the side of EG. What do you do after that? You already have your massive players towards the B side.
Oh, that was the angle. Yeah, that is not the angle.
But this right here, this replay, so aware EG that G2 is going to want to try to even the numbers, try to get even again, right?
Yeah.
They have to make a play and just waiting for that aggression, punishing both of them and not going down.
We'll see here what they do on the attack side. Jogamo has his ult online. I believe this is the first of the attack side. See what ideas they have with it.
The G2 always doing this smoke.
Just so much
just
doubt.
First of all, it creates a bit of pressure, but they also hoping that they use some util at the beginning. That to try and punish the orb that they're not getting, because it just means that they have less in the afterplant. I'm not entirely sure. It's definitely it's definitely an additional bonus of using it.
Apop has his ult, Superman does too.
Oh, are they just smoking it because they have no duelists, so they know? Okay, I get it now. So they smoke it. They smoke this because they have no duelists, so they're trying to make this the choke point. And then you can just watch over towards here, and that's it. And no one's going to want to pass through this.
There's knife on mine. There's the flash.
Viper ult comes out in reaction. Does that?
Oh, it didn't hit.
Yeah, they went for a play on this one. There's a lot of util for Valen to dodge. Does EG decide to cancel here? This is weird. Okay, wait, it's gonna get a lot of people. Oh my. Big play on that. Does the ult go down? It's a lovely ult over towards the left side of site. It is a 3v4, and Trent's ult just goes down. 3v3 now.
It's gonna be tough to find value with Superman creeping forward. Pit still in play.
This wall too.
Yeah, this wall's a nightmare. You have to like jump over it.
It's gone now.
Or it just times out.
No. No, you're not. Oh, he's not able to get to second. A 2v2 as the spike ticks away. There's not a lot of time for this. If they're going to do something, they've got to do it now.
Oh, he hit the guy behind.
Leaving net by himself, having to take the fight.
Nice trip on this. Dude, he hit the guy behind.
Giacomo placed that sensor at the start of the round and gets value with it that late. So clean. Different layers, able to fall back, aware of his utility like that. Derek, another ult online.
I mean, this play from Valen was massive.
And honestly, he
nearly got a third.
Yeah, he really did.
Yeah, he nearly got a third as well.
2-1 right there. Should have been an easy retake.
As like a last desperation attempt, for sure.
And I don't know who Superman killed there in screens, but maybe a little bit of a fumble from the side of G2.
We're right back into the action. We're already seeing some of this early aggression from EG towards B.
And Leaf is getting
They get the sensor
pressured.
down. They know the op is on this side of the map.
So they decide to force into this one because they're buying an op and their money's really low. Net's taking a hit in terms of literally just the sheriff. If they lose this, they're gonna have to eco. He is. I mean, he can.
Scared to peek. Good orb up. This guy needs to get out of here right now. Run, brother.
I mean, he's trying.
Run.
Manages to
That's
find
so
safety
funny.
and solace around the wall.
What is this interaction?
You have to crouch walk your way all.
Yeah, 1000%. I mean, all these rounds just feel so tense. Think about how much time has elapsed, and we're still in a 5v5 setting.
Apoth is really aggro here. I know he's trying to like keep the rotates, but I feel like with the map that control that they had, him lurking there could have been unreal. Oh, they really are playing this like a duelist. Wall goes down. Nice timing. Oh, I like the timing on this. They tried to tap the spike and then drop the wall.
Jonah P on the trade,
Or then go through the wall.
down with no real challenge.
Super has to go huge here.
Does Jonah P have an angle here? This ball has been up a long time.
Imagine they win this. Nature gets his gun back. So 2-on-2. Nature has to somehow kill or delay.
Bought his time and he's been patient. He hasn't moved at all. Both from up top. Jonah P with 4 on the round.
Lovely shot from Jonah. Oh my, nice shots in this round.
The professor.
I mean, I'm starting to believe the name now. The I by Power Ace from G2 at just the right time. Very quick shout out. You got to follow I by Power on socials. They'll be giving away a PC every single time an ace happens. Go ahead and tweet at them. Hashtag unlock your ace for an opportunity. And if you win, make sure you let Jonah P know. Send him your thanks. That was a filthy round.
Yeah, that really was.
Oh, he's playing to the crowd now.
And it stops them from having to eco. Speeds with the whole year. Thank you so much, man. 12 months tier 1. Thank you.
He got 3 kills.
Appreciate you, dude.
But then Jonah P happened.
Schooling him.
The walk trips? Oh, okay, yeah, I know the ones you mean.
Courtesy of UG.
I mean, these games have been so close, so evenly matched, it feels like.
It's crazy to think too. I mean, this is for a playoff spot.
Yeah.
For either team that loses, obviously there's still a chance at this. I'll have to dance one more time.
Sergeant Spots with the Prime as well. Thank you so much for the 2 months.
You certainly don't want to have to deal with that.
We got to actually Prime that, so fine, man. Thank you for using it. Appreciate you.
And the narrative so far
and it's a good timeout because lose this 2-4 loss bonus.
Yeah.
And G2 pretty much,
5v5 retake yet.
unless we see a madness, should take it.
Playing against the comp very well, understanding what they need to do, and this is new.
Jank, the tank as well. Thank you so much for the prime, bro. Welcome into Slug Club. Appreciate you.
Net and up on the board, cycling these things.
Are they gonna
that
go
allows
aggressive?
Leaf to go aggro. Yep.
Yeah, are they gonna go aggressive B here?
First time they've done this, by the way.
Oh, they're just waiting. They're ahead of the knife.
They're ahead of this.
They don't know, but
Don't
Jogamo
expect
still
the
gets
op,
shot.
but with the information, this all is
tries to find his
disgusting.
timing, gets a kill under
They
nature.
managed to dodge it.
And once again, the
Jogamo
round
did
thrown
get
into
tanked,
disarray.
as in hit once.
Here's the reaction, Doug. Taking fast mid control.
Yeah, they took a lot of mid control. Lovely shot on this one. Can he get another?
Trying to trade it back, and he
Yes, he can. Beast.
APOP continuing to impress.
And all he has to do is kind of stay alive. And he has found the perfect pathing.
He had all the info. One about broken and mid. There it is.
Shout out Wingman.
The little guy finally got it down.
Numbers in favor of EG. Jonapi's weak. Net has the op. You imagine you just try to save it here.
Oh, this is huge.
Player standing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Kids
that should
doing unreal.
What a round from APOP, man.
Again, man.
And Tito,
Like, he
good to see you as well with the
continues to step up
16.
in these
Thank
big
you so
moments.
much. Thank
This
you for
player
coming in to do that, bro.
Has been making
Appreciate
the
it.
right decisions, reactionary.
Yeah.
It's just been
Every
sick
time.
to watch.
Love that
every
you've been
single
watching,
time.
bro.
And
Thank
you know,
you so
yeah,
much,
he gets
man.
punished sometimes, but he understands that he has to take that timing during
Double stream? Yeah,
in that
we've
small
only
window that he
just
has,
started
right?
double
'Cause
streaming,
if he
but
does it, the round's over and you just lose.
it's
Very
something
nice
I'm gonna
having a
keep
player
up.
like that on your
I
team.
like it.
Take the op. They know where he is now. The money's not great for G2. This is big.
KJ diff?
We're not gonna get to see it, are we?
KJ diff?
Can he dance around and stay alive? Oh,
No, op saved into this one. 3. Like, what do they do here? Average is like 3, 3-2, 3-4 around that.
And so now G2 calls
Arc
timeout.
TV as well with the
The
prime.
money's
Thank you
not
so much,
great.
man. Appreciate you. Thank you for the 3 months as well.
Perfect first blood. And I thought Jonah P was going to get tremendous value with that Sobol.
I thought so too.
This is a really
Between
good round
the
from
Sobol
APOF.
and Valen in an aggressive
Yep.
position. But just not the case.
Yeah, I've enjoyed watching
You
him
see
these
the money
past
there for
2.
the side of G2. It's not
These,
great.
these past 2
That was a
maps have
huge
been
round
great
win
to
for
watch him.
G2. I mean, for
The Alpaca as well, thank you so much for the 2 months. Appreciate the prime. Thank you, thank you. Logic getting involved with the gifted as well. And
This changes
Hey
the
Junie as well
entire
with the 7 months.
pace
Thank you so much
of the
for the
defense
prime
side
as
of the
well.
game for
Thank you
attacking as
for
well.
that.
Now that there's an op on the field on the attack, you're going to see
Connor
a lot less
Heya
aggro
as
peaks
well.
out of
Connor
G2.
Heya
They
98.
don't have an op
Thank you
back,
so much, dude.
especially.
Appreciate the
That
7
causes
months.
the defense to play differently. That might give EG the room to
What I think of the
actually get a
EG
bomb
play so
plant
far,
down
man,
and
I'm
people will be
impressed.
hiding back sight.
Like, I'm
in
impressed.
these
It has a
areas.
lot
They're
of thought
scared. They
behind
don't
it. They got a
wanna
lot
even
of cool
jiggle.
stuff. I think it's
Against the
I
likes
think
of
you can have a
And for good reason.
like a deep strat book with this. I think it holds up like multiple
Couple
uses.
mistakes, you know, like Valen.
Like
walking
there's
through
a
that speed,
variety
even
of ways
nature,
they can play the
trying
comp.
to walk through that.
And the timeout goes in, and they were
main
again they
area
were
gets
sitting around
caught out.
3,200, 3,400 average, and they decide to eco.
It's a game of mistakes.
So,
right now.
Yeah.
Who's gonna make more?
I mean, I don't want to say the
Or we'll make
words
the last
because
one.
you lot all
Yeah,
blame
there
me,
you go.
but
Just pistols
You know
for
what
G2,
I'm-
light
you know what
armor
I'm
on 3
thinking.
members, but imagine most of the conversation was on what's going to take place in the following round. And for EG, if you're in this position, you just want to get through this as cleanly as you can. Save all the weapons you can.
Yeah.
KO if they want it.
It sets you up really nicely.
I think if I'm EG here, I'm trying to build this KJ ult. I know that the buy for G2 is dodgy.
Yeah.
I want to farm these orbs. But he's on an island over here holding for the aggression. Which is fine, you know, safe play.
Mm-hmm.
They do have the KO ult. Will they invest it into this
2.
anti-eco?
Dude, it
Again,
hits
I
the
would think they wanna
KO
get through this
and
with
the
investing as
Gecko.
little as possible.
Like,
That would
that's
be ideal.
big players to
And
get
just
info.
stack up your ults and just
I'm surprised they keep this
go
stack
for
to
broke
A.
on
It's
the
more
last
just a
round.
thought that these two
Get the dub.
are going to be like, well,
Obviously, you gotta
maybe
win
it's
this
too
one
obvious
first,
now
though,
and we
right?
should actually go back to A. So,
You know, you mentioned how
might be the
much
double
an
bluff
attack
if they
side
just
up
hit
would
sight
slow
here.
down the rounds, and
We got a
Drake feels like they'd
Killjoy
be pretty slow
Molly
to do.
inside
But
the
yeah, you're
smoke
seeing it
to
in
stop
full
the
display
plant.
here.
No one is.
G2 is still not biting on
backside of
this.
it.
Yep.
Trent is just jiggling around.
Knife
it.
goes
No
in,
one's
about to
there,
hit the
though, but
Killjoy, so quickly pops the Molly. APOF luck, and again, this might be a gun that they could pick up. Same with Superman.
This is clinical.
They've managed
Yeah,
to
this
slip
is
the net.
nice.
That's
KO.
gonna fall.
Wow.
KO knife
There's a
hit
late
him,
flank out from
and then he
Valve, but it's
popped
just not enough.
the ult as well, so they knew for sure that the util would be down.
Trying to get some high ground. Jonah P down low. Too many people to look at. But
Guy's a beast, man.
Still
Guy is such a beast.
value.
That is a gun though.
He's the truth, Doug.
He really is.
He's so good.
Trent has managed to upgrade a weapon. See Dizzy go up top. Jogmo, nice bit of HP. With the op in hand, it's all on to Leaf now. Time short, weaponry not great.
Is nothing.
The tap a threat. Derek potentially.
Nice.
Yeah, he should be able to get away too.
Closed around. It wasn't as clean as we thought it could be, and the op is not on the field, but I do believe APOC will have enough money.
Maybe G2 would take the fact that they had to use the Kale into it, but
Yeah, you're right, they won't.
Killjoy out now.
I would not be surprised here if they take
Man,
early
I do like the EG approach to maps though. EG have such an approach to maps where they're like, let's make sure we use agents that have good ults. That's what they were doing on Fracture. That's what this comp is good at doing as well. Like as much as it also is really good at most of the things on this map, like they have options. Every time they get these ults, they got such a big. You can have so many plans around it. Like it's always an impactful ult. It's not like when I'm talking about ults, we see like a Cypher or an Omen. Like these are all outrageous ults.
Back into this round.
So much money.
But they're gonna dry swing right into Leaf.
Like they love it.
That flash didn't tag.
It's off the angle. Kind of scary.
That's the second time the Dizzy's been used.
I don't know if they're ready for this now.
Oh.
The jump spot is perfect.
And
they both kind of get away with this.
Yeah, you're right. That was gross.
That could have been round over right
APOF taking a little bit of map control once they know that most likely the rotate's coming in. So the option to come back and join APOF is definitely here.
That's my boy, you know.
Been a while since they've done the
We've
fake.
seen this approach before.
KO getting out of here.
A little bit of noise made B. APOF
Killjoy.
takes space A.
Sorry, Gecko getting out of here as well.
Opens up the map on the attack side. But I don't think they want to NB here. Not with where that wall is. Not with where that sensor
and I think G2 have done well to not bite on this. Wall goes up.
Continuing to build. 30 seconds left.
Smoke goes up. Wall goes in here. We still have
give them the sight. And if they get bombed down,
all the delay
how
util.
deadly this comp can be on post plant.
They're gonna have to wait it out.
Here comes the
What
delay.
plant do they go for? They need to go for a safer plant. Maybe top site? Top site works well. Yeah, I like this.
It's such a huge kill.
It's
Wait.
1 for 1. 13 seconds left.
Wait, did that Molly go top site? What was the util top site here?
Seems like it's gonna get planted without any further disturbance.
Superman one off ult.
Net on the flank. Ult not finding
Something was
Put the
there.
sensor down though.
Jogamo needs
Double
to go
Molly.
for an early kill here.
And Net needs to find value on this flank.
He's
if
never
they
gonna
want
feel
to pull it off.
confident. Get the
Able to
util
land
out.
Shots onto Trent. Leaf falls down on the round. There's the pin.
Ult goes in.
Oh my gosh.
Can Valor move forward? There it is. Net on
Big
the flank.
1v2. Has
Superman
double
left
Molly.
alone.
2 mollies.
Trying to find comfort.
2 mollies and it lands perfectly.
In the pit. 7 bullets. Is it going to be enough?
They're in a blender.
He gets the
One bullet.
Valen weak.
He's 1 HP. Oh my god, no, not like that. Holy. 2-0. They 2-0'd this. Dude, he won. Did he win 3 1v2s during this best of 3?
So clutch, Doug.
Yeah, he won all of the clutches he was in.
And 12.
An outrageous performance. We're going to take a look at that one more time because we can talk about Superman, but man, much like Sunset, a team effort. APOP aggressive. Jogamo doing Jogamo things on the
This is
deadlock.
sick.
And then Superman dancing around the pit here like this, using his spits perfectly.
Put him in a blender. He put him in a blender. And what a showing from this EG squad.
And I think with this series, there may still be some doubters, but they've been put on notice. This EG squad, yeah, it may be new, but it's not like they're any worse. They haven't taken a step back. These guys are here to play.
And that was hard fought.
Yeah.
Starting the entire series down 0-7, bringing it back and winning the map in double OT. I mean, like, we've seen resilience, we've seen fundamentals, clutchness.
All right, really sick.
And I just want to shout out APOC. I don't even know when the last time was this guy played a match. It's been years.
And he had an outrageous debut.
It's been years since APOC has played a match, Doug.
Plenty of support from the EG faithful as well.
Potter did a great job bringing this kid up.
And you can tell the preparation too, everything that they had cooked up on Icebox.
What a win. a great showing from G2 as well, man.
Yeah, they look
They're not an easy team.
Am I a believer? It had some nice stuff.
They very well could have won
It
this
still
series
looks
as
like
well.
it struggles on attack, but I still don't think we saw the whole. I still don't think we saw everything that EG have on this comp as well, which is exciting.
The truth, man.
He's so good. But I have a feeling the analyst desk is going to talk a lot about this rookie.
Potter's still the GOAT. Jogamo's still him. And then
Yeah,
you've
they
got
did
all
really
of these
good.
rookies who are showing out.
Apoff is.
There's a lot to be excited for,
Apoff,
man.
Superman.
And again,
I mean, you could actually talk about all of them. They actually all had.
did a lot
They
of
actually
really cool
all had
things to keep it
good
competitive,
moments
to
for
stay
sure.
in the fight, but ultimately, it was the preparation. It was the rookies stepping up on the stage for the very first time.
And it's hard playing against.
Would you
like, a
pick or ban
random
icebox
comp like
into them?
that. Even if you're aware.
Nah,
of
I mean
what
you would
the other
float.
teams
It
are
depends how
like,
your
there's a lot of
icebox
rumors
is,
that go
honestly.
around the scene.
It would be hard.
Or,
It's
oh,
hard
this
to
guy
play
might
against
be playing
that.
This guy might playing that. But when you're actually in the server and you're up against it, how do you play against it?
Yeah, that's
It's
much
tough.
easier said than done for sure.
It's so hard to do. I mean, deadlock. Like, what is going on here?
Yeah, and they had so many layers again to their
Wait,
defensive
Logic, did I
side.
miss
Yeah,
one?
The attack side was a little bit closer and perhaps a little bit more uncomfortable, but they look drilled, they look prepared.
I might have
and they're
missed that one,
busting out
Logic. I'm
something
not gonna lie
fun,
to you.
and again, I think Deadlock believers rejoice. There's a lot to be excited down. We're gonna throw it down to Wyatt, who's standing by with Jogamo after their big win. Wyatt, take it away.
Thank you.
Yeah, and EG are now one map away from Madrid. Sorry, one match away from Madrid.
With world champion Jogamo, can we make some noise?
Nuts.
Congratulations on the first win of this season.
Thank you.
On a map playing an agent that we've basically not seen globally at all. You got to break down for me, why did you bring the Deadlock into Icebox, and what was it with you playing her that you realized, like, oh, this is something that we can actually win with?
So I mean, I could play anything. That's not the problem, you know. So like,
All right.
you put me on smokes, you put me on Sentinel.
Talking that talk.
I can play it all, but hey, like the Deadlock was definitely like our like gimmick pick that we had for the time, and I just know how to like set my boys up. Like set my boy Superman. That boy was farming, so you already know.
It was going crazy. All right, so of course it's you and Potter, the two people that have stayed with EG into this year. This was the debut with the new team. How did the two of you approach this season, having to do this huge rebuild?
So we approached the season knowing that like we have nothing to lose. Like people already praying our downfall. You know, this is another year for EG getting the downfall. But hey, like me and Potter knew that whatever team we can pull together, we'll make it work. Like that's as simple as that.
For sure. I mean, world champion duo. Can't dispute that. Can't dispute that. One thing that was so standout to me was that on the player cams, when we were getting some of the voice comms, there was so much hype with you guys. Like the excitement was there the whole time, which kind of reminds me of last year when you guys had Booster and everybody going crazy too. Like, what's the difference in the communication and what's been the same with this team compared to last year's?
Yeah, so we have a couple vibe people. Like we have Superman, we have me and Derek, and you know, we all just always watch each other's back and we make sure that we hype each other up because that's the, you know, when we're having fun, it's just another game, you know, that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is coming into now your second year with EG. In what ways do you think most significantly you've grown as a player throughout all this time? Starting last year, your first game was a loss till winning champions, now debuting with a win. What's the growth been like for you?
Yeah, the growth is definitely just building the confidence. It took me a little bit for that first year of franchising. I think it took us like the whole like Americas, but then halfway through, you know, we had the like Demon 1 set us up, and from there, it's just like been a spark for all of us. I think from the old core as well.
100%. I mean, you can't start the year any better than this with a win. What's the key to continuing this momentum for the rest of the year, for the rest of Kickoff?
I mean, we're just gonna play confident as we can, cause like you guys can see the shooters on our team now. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, can we make some noise for Jojima one more time? All right. We're going to send this off to a break, and then we're going to be back in the post-match with Potter for a bit of an interview with some of the members of the desk. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, we'll do the same as well. We'll do a little ad break, and then we'll stick around for the interview. Man, that was... kind of confirms that Americas is just stacked, for sure. Add another team to the list.
Rachel?
It's going to be a fun season.
No. I live with a broken phone. I can't trade in.
Okay, that's dramatic. Better plans Verizon. Everyone
Right,
can
I'll be
trade in
right
their
back.
old phone and get the new Samsung.
And also
Galaxy
entertaining.
S24
We've got
Plus
like
with AI
at
on
least
them.
we've got some teams in there that like to do a bit of a madness.
Oh, yeah.
What's the plan for tomorrow?
I'm on Verizon.
Yeah.
Pacific,
I gotta trade this in, right?
New and existing
EMEA,
customers can trade in any Samsung phone for a new Galaxy
EMEA,
S24 Plus. Watch
Americas,
tablet, all on us. That's
Americas,
up to $1,800
Americas.
in value, only on Verizon.
How many is that? And there's a best of 5 in there somehow. Basically just Pacific all the way through. Okay, we're back.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Man, they're in a good position. They're in a really good position. They get it 2-0. Two maps only shown.
He's ridiculous today.
Welcome back, everybody, to our post-show here. Just the one game today, but my God, did it deliver. I'm joined by Derek, frying today. Rella, good to see you.
Thank you.
And, of course, Potter with Sideshow.
Yeah, I'll give you the fist bump.
There you go, yeah. I don't quite
Not across the room. Yeah.
capacity, yeah. What a great showing. Obviously, it's really hard to gauge expectations for a team like this coming together as it did. Potter, really quickly want to start with you because as a coach with your team last year, you stood at the pinnacle of Valorant. I think there's no other way of putting it. And we saw the emotion and elation in that moment. But today also looked pretty special too up there as well, and the rest of the team.
Yeah. You know, last year at the start of the year, it was a much slower start than any of us on EG would have hoped for. So for me, this year, it was really important that I put a lot of focus on that not happening. You know, I think even last year, going back, if we had a different start, the confidence levels and how we band-aided our problems in week 2, week 3 following thereafter would have been definitely different. So this strong start for us as a new team that, you know, we don't even have confidence in ourselves quite yet, it's pretty incredible.
Can you talk to me a bit about how you build that up with players? Because, I mean, you know, obviously, Derek, you've been at the top before, but you are still working with a bunch of people who aren't that experienced. And Apoth, it's been ages since he even played a match.
Yeah.
So is confidence in the sense that we belong here, we can do this, is that something that you've had to kind of heavily work on?
No, not at all. I think all of the players, I mean, they're gamers. They have so much ego and confidence already. I don't need to do that part. But the confidence and the trust, right? I mean, Jaw is the most aggressive Raze, the most aggressive player in Valorant, bar none. There's not even debating that, right? But him wanting to go all in off his read and trusting that his homie is going to come back him up, that sort of synergy, that sort of rep. You know, we do our best to be able to react optimally every time, but you're going based off of a comm coming from your teammate across the map, right? And so reacting instantly and just trusting that the info across the board is the right one, I think that's the kind of confidence I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
Is just trusting that this is going to play out the way that it did in scrims just last week. You know, we've seen this round before. We know how it's going to end. And just being able to visualize the start and the end, I think that's the biggest goal for the squad.
Derek, I mean, I'm curious on how you felt sort of walking out there today, because last year, you know, a tough one, ups and downs. I'm sure you felt like you had a lot more to show. I don't think it's safe to say as a chip on your shoulder. We saw the classic skin, we saw the gun buddy, you know, I mean, I'm sure, you know, you've got your feelings there, but, you know, do you walk out there feeling like, man, I have a ton to prove still?
Yeah, definitely. This was definitely my redemption year. I've tweeted it a bunch. I think personally I had a lot of expectations for myself. I don't think the community did, just because of the awful year that I had, which I don't really care about that opinion anyway. But yeah, I walked on that stage, I felt home.
Can you talk to me a bit about the difference in terms of how you're approaching this year within EG? Because a lot of the talk about 100 Thieves was like, we were maybe trying to play too perfect, or, you know, we were a bit scared, that kind of thing. EG last year, and Jorgamo in particular, scared isn't really a word that particularly comes to mind when you associate that with EG's run. So has there been a bit of a like mentality shift for you in terms of how you're approaching the game?
Yeah, definitely a big mentality shift. Like when I first joined and I played with Jaw, like exactly what Potter said, he just runs it down, no fear. And I feel like I excel with someone like that on my team just because if I know he'll do that and he won't hesitate with any of my calls, that just gives me a lot of confidence in myself too. And I feel like the team thrives off that as well.
Most of our strats names are called on Jaw. It's on Jaw. It's on Jaw, boys. That's what we're doing.
All right. Well, then I have to talk to you about the deadlock pick. I mean, no one else is going there. And to be honest, you're not the only coach that's cooking up some mad stuff, because Loud are also running like the Phoenix and the Breach and the KO and all sorts of stuff. Do you think there's something special about the meta at the moment? Or is it that you felt very confident that you'd already kind of understood the basics with that run to champs? Like, what is it that's allowing your team to innovate when actually it looks like you had some of the least time to practice and get stuff together, and you've got some of the least like super experienced players and that kind of stuff? Shouldn't you be the team that's trying to play catch up, and you seem ahead already?
Yeah. It doesn't look like it's Sideshow. We did have the least amount of time. But there's no debating it. We did have a little bit of time, not a lot of time rather. But it was just like last year. Kickoff showed us, you know, we busted out the Euro pick on Pearl, and that was kind of my cook as well. But it's the first tournament of the year. There's just not any info on any of the teams, so it's just the perfect timing. On top of that, the Sky nerfs came in, the Lotus changes came in, double controllers not as needed as it felt like last year. So all of those things in line with this being the first tournament of the year, and we had that week off, it just made sense that we overcooked just a little bit here. But also on top of that, deadlock is in the hands of Jaw. it's just another special agent. Firstly, Jaw is able to make any agent work and play it like a Raze, and we're able to like fill the gaps of missing the space maker in Raze because of Jaw's play style. So we're able to really be really clever, even though we're missing some of the pieces, and the trade-offs don't feel that detrimental in the rounds because you have a Jaw. So it's we've been able to have a lot of fun in our scrims, but it's just an incredible start for the squad this year.
Yeah, we're really excited for the future. Another EG run that starts on a great page. And you guys said you didn't have a lot of time to prepare, so you had to buckle down. I wonder how much time you guys spent looking at the mini-map, you know, especially yourself there, Christine, because we spend a significant portion of our lives, I think all of us, looking at the mini-maps of Valorant, but how well do we know them? Yeah, we're playing a game. That's right. It's game time, baby. Let's play map memory. The game's simple. You have to draw the map as best as you can from memory.
That seems simple.
Yeah, really straightforward.
Simple.
You've played the maps tons of times. You must know them.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to get these knuckleheads to go first, or we're going to bring Potter and Derek up?
No idea.
All right. Yeah, we're going to bring Potter and Derek up. So you guys can walk over and head straight over to the wall here. We'll introduce you to the tech. We've got...
see.
Brandon Barlow standing by.
Coach, you first?
These two just judging us?
I'm going to leave you guys up here. Just by yourself.
We'll do somebody comes. You're going to help it out, okay?
All right.
So just stand wherever you want. I mean, actually, that's incorrect. You should stand on the mark.
I'm going to sit down.
There's one there. There's one there.
Oh, see that.
Godspeed.
This is our camera, Derek.
Okay. Yeah, here's how it's going to work.
He's just
Did you guys have practice runs on this?
No.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, we've been doing scrims of this.
Okay.
We're going to help you. Give you a quick fly through of the map, right? I think we all know what this particular map is. We played it earlier on in this series. And you guys are going to have 90 seconds? 90 seconds. 90 seconds. We've got plenty of encouragement, by the way, from the wings to try and draw this map as well as possible.
The whole map?
Yeah, the whole map.
Well, yeah, listen.
Just the bomb
graphics and everything.
No.
I want to see every freaking leaf on every... No. You're going to have some time, obviously, to connect up the sites here. So we're jumping. There's your two sites. This is Sunset. How about you?
Yeah.
That's tiny.
That's tiny.
All right, let's start with B main. B main.
Okay. Yeah, we got...
Yeah.
Main, love that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, that's good. Yay, we're doing the best.
That's good enough.
We're up to the races.
That's pretty good.
Some backside, some boba action. Oh,
that's
I know
huge.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
B is enormous.
Whoa. What's going on there?
Yeah, B's kind of. Well, we can just remove that. It's fine.
Clear screen? Oh, you just.
Oh.
Oh man, this is.
Hit that erase tool. All right.
Okay, well, it's okay. We'll act like it's a little bit strong.
Here, let me cook.
You guys gotta let him cook.
Christ.
Oh, he's hiding it too.
Wait. Why is it like
So you're
doing
gonna draw
that?
long lines. You're gonna make it sort of like that's it. 45 seconds here. All right, like that.
No?
Yeah, that's it. Broad strokes.
Nice. We're still on B main here.
BLB. Yeah.
We're getting it down.
That is
Beautiful.
tough.
Oh, he's drawn. I love
Another
that.
pillar. Okay.
This is harder than it looks.
B main looks immaculate though. You guys are great with B main.
Yeah.
30 seconds, by the way. No time pressure.
What do you mean 30
30
seconds?
seconds.
Oh,
We just started.
Okay,
30 seconds.
Okay. All right, high five time, Derek.
This
high
is
five
way
time.
Good.
Picasso, I like it.
All right.
Hey, don't forget the corner that net hit in like 15 times.
Yeah, he was hitting there quite a bit.
I don't know
What is going on?
We start with market. Okay, I'll
There's
do
more
it.
than that.
Take 2 minutes.
10 seconds left.
10 seconds.
Pretty good.
Oh my God.
That's it. Broad strokes.
A main.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
This actually doesn't look too bad.
That's actually pretty good.
Really?
That's not bad. You dominated. That's not bad. Did we get a reveal?
And there's the reveal.
Honestly?
That's basically the
Nailed
same
it.
thing, honestly.
I mean, it's pretty much the same, right?
I mean, elbow is perfect.
Listen, I'm not
not.
gonna lie.
We forgot the tax.
If the marker was actually doing what a marker is supposed to do, we would have got it.
Yeah.
Facts. All right, faulty equipment.
Yeah.
All right, you guys can come have a seat now. It's the analyst's turn. That's right.
That's how good we are at this. Here you go.
To try and get this
I'm
right.
not doing anything.
And I urge healthy amounts of catcalling here. Here's our second map. It will be split.
Split.
Guys, it's very straightforward. It's not even a big map.
What a map that's been. They're complaining about a map that's been in for 2 years longer.
To draw.
I did you guys dirty there. That's all right.
I don't need I mean, I'm just seeing roofs.
All
Okay.
right, B1, B2, there's your sides. 90 seconds.
Okay, B main.
Yep.
Yep, like this, and then there's like this, and then there's like that, and then there's like that, and then there's like.
He's drawing in the motor. Stop him.
And then the spawn goes down here.
What is going on?
Where are you off
to?
What is he?
It's fine. That's good. It's good. It's good. It's good.
It's fine.
Drop mark
I'm here.
That's a pretty long.
Yeah. What? Stop putting the buzzer in my ear.
guys.
Doing this, and then there's like this here.
Yeah, heaven.
And then there's the pillar is. Pillar's here. Draw heaven. Okay, I got a minute left. Stop drawing. Stop drawing.
Wait, this is not fair.
Spawn over here. Oh my God! You just pointed your finger.
Give it to Bala. Give it to Bala.
Bala, go take it away.
Hey, they can both do it.
Just use your fingers.
I mean, they're already disqualified. They don't. I don't care what they draw.
And then we go back up into heaven, and something like this is a box. Wait, what?
No, it's not it. Keep going.
Go.
They're baiting you.
I'll do
They're baiting you. They're baiting you.
I'll do A.
Oh no!
Yeah, they are not cooking.
Sewers, help sewers. There's a mid. Stop. Main, run.
Hold on, stop. I gotta go back.
No.
Go back.
Stop it. Where are we? Get rid of that. What's happened to the site? Why are we stretched so? No, like this. Okay, there we go.
I'm done.
Fixable.
10 seconds.
Fixable.
No, we're not good.
That's good.
Let me connect the dots. Heaven.
What
Yeah.
map is this?
Can we get a signature?
This is ropes. That's ropes.
Yeah,
Everybody,
this is a bit
that's
about
ropes.
NFT, boys. Good job.
Sign your name. It's a masterpiece.
Love that.
Bren
Hook.
I
Let's get
thought
a
he
side
loved
by
to
side.
read and write. That's what he said earlier today.
Woo! Okay.
That's it.
I mean, you got T-spawn right, so.
Yeah, you guys forgot T-spawn. You guys forgot T-spawn.
That's the only thing you guys got right.
That's hard.
We forgot defense.
That's really hard.
All right, well, I think you guys win.
Yeah. I'm going to give it to them anyway. They especially didn't overheat when the smaller sound effect played in their ears.
But I had a lot of issues,
You struggled with that today, Brent.
I got overstimulated.
I mean,
A lot of noises, a lot of stuff going on. I mean, you put a circle on the bloody screen.
Yeah, because it was funny.
Okay. All right, let's get these knuckleheads out of here.
Bye.
Derek Potter, it's been great to have you guys here. And my God, you graced our screens with some fantastic gameplay. Looking ahead, day 6 coming to a close now. Here is our bracket as it stands. Tomorrow, we've got 3 elimination matches in a row. You win, you're in the play-ins. You lose, we'll see you stage 1 in April. Cloud9 versus MIBR, Leviathan versus Sentinels, G2 versus Crew. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah,
we'll
got
see
some
you
banging
tomorrow
games
for a
tomorrow.
3-match banger. Until then, stay frosty.
Banging games. Okay, thanks so much, everyone. If people are around in, where are we at? If people are around in 7 hours, we'll be live again for Pacific. And honestly, I imagine any time tomorrow, you click on the channel, we'll probably be live. Because it is, it's a mad one. EG game uploaded, it's getting there. We are needs a couple of minutes, but I'll upload it before I sleep. Okay, peace everyone. Thank you so much. Do you want to give me a streamer to raid? Woohoojin? Is this the banana dude? We've never raided this guy. Let's do that. What's his actual what's his channel? Is it literally just like you typed? Woohoojin. Yeah, there's the banana. Okay. Thanks so much, everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. Peace. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to the mods as always. Smashed it. Right, take it easy, everyone.